leads to a rise in river water pollution.
So,
Wait, what?
hang on. Can people hear me? Hopefully
Yes.
that's a yes, because I'm going to carry on anyway. So, welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. It is Thursday, and we are playing Carbon 2185. And it is a cyberpunk RPG created by Dragon Turtle Games. It was kickstarted at the end of last year, and it is beautiful. So, boring stuff to start with. At the bottom, you can see Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Patreon. If you want to follow us, see what we're getting up to, please go check us out. Follow, subscribe, all the lovely little clicks, links, everything. Click them, click away. If you want to support us, you can do so through Twitch with your Twitch Prime or your normal subscription, or you could go to Patreon and pick a tier and subscribe that way. If you do it through Patreon, you will get Arcane Script, which I'm not entirely sure the lettering shows up here, but it's a lovely new logo, and we'll get that bigger for you later. But yeah, it's a 5e e-magazine that we put out with every month to our Patreons, and it is rammed with all the stuff we write about in our fantasy world. So yes, you can get that. Our sponsors are Sawdust and Swear Words, who we did a wonderful unboxing, and I got this as a gift, which Sawdust will be able to tell you what wood it is. It is a dice cup, and it is a pint. This is my beloved possession at the minute.
Doesn't have any tea in it, Eddie.
I've drunk the tea, and the gravy, and the Dr Pepper, and rolled dice. Multitasking.
And the dice in the bottom, just rattling
Just
around
yeah.
in the mix.
So I wonder why it was there, tinny. So we did a wonderful unboxing of a lot of stuff, dice cups and beautiful crafted pens and pencils and stuff that Sawdust has done. Starting next week, we'll be giving them away. One a week, we'll do a giveaway, and listen for details on that next week. So, it's Tanga wood, there you go. It's wonderful, it's very smooth, I like it. So, Sawdust and Swear Words, thank you very much. Ruffworx Creative, again, another big sponsor of ours since we started pushing the channel. A woodworker and a leather worker. Go on Facebook, check them out, they're great. Sherna is a glass worker. Go check her out on Twitch and Instagram and Twitter. It's crazy. She did a little fire gin last time. She's sending us some little glass dragon dice protectors to they're just little cute little dragons that sit near your dice and bite people and go near them. But they're cool, so we'll be doing giveaways for them as well. And the big one of the show is Dragon Turtle Games themselves. They created the game, they like what we're doing here, they sponsor the show, so much so that if you go to their web store at dragonturtlegames.com and buy stuff and use the code WAITE, W-A-I-T-E with a capital W, you'll get 10% off. So you can support us by doing that as well. And if you're into cyberpunk, do it. 5e. It's very good. It's very good. So I think that's it. That's not too bad. A couple of minutes, getting faster. Yeah. So we're going to do an introduction of the players, and then we'll do a recap. Playing Jake, the street samurai, we have Ian. Playing Alex, the troublemaker, we have James. Playing Sparks, the nerd, aka the Robomancer, we have Roberto. Playing Jean, we have the combat medic, Nathan. And playing Chase, the ballistic fury incarnate, Niall. So, it was a pleasure making it for you, and I can't wait for the giveaways to kick off so more people can get my wood too. Wow, Dave. Wow. It's a different. It's a different.
Where's the lie though? Where's the lie?
Well, he does make some wonderful wood. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
His wood does get shipped.
So, can you wait until after 9 o'clock for your self-promoting, please? Some of that is on the edge, lad. So,
how do we get one of Sawdust and Swear Words' wonderful dice cups?
You tickle his sawdust.
Right.
Sweet Jesus.
Or we could probably visit his Facebook page.
Best part of this is Grace is on as well.
Excuse me. Grace, do not tell them how to get his wood. So you can go to Sawdust and Swear Words on Facebook and buy all their stuff, or I will give details of the giveaway next week. So, recap of last week. The beautiful people that you'll see before you have decided to piss everybody off they can possibly imagine. I can't think of any reason they've done this other than they were bored. So they have managed to. They originally delivered their sniper rifle, as per the job they were given, to an arms dealer that they annoyed greatly and sent someone to kill. That's kind of backfired. They then annoyed one of the sweet shop mercenaries, just because she's easily annoyed. So, you know, fair play to that. They've taken some guns from the 16k triads and tried to pass them off to a sweet shop mercenary. They spent a lot of money on them and then gave them away. I mean, it's perfect economy right there. What else have you pissed off? There's a few notes I've made. You know what I mean?
On the same, we ingratiated ourselves with the Sons of Chaos.
Oh yeah, they love you. They love you.
They aren't going to go and bat for us or save us.
So much so they've sent you 2 districts away. So having done the job for the Sons of Chaos, they have taken on 2 jobs. One, to go speak to a ex-gang member and request that they either kill themselves or remove their tattoos. Now these are old school tattoos done with ink, so this ain't no Control-Alt-Delete on the old nano ink. See what I did there? That's for you, that nerd. That's for you. The second job is to go to District 3 and find Dr. Pedro Orlov of Nightingale Industries, because apparently they have some biomechanical secrets, whether they are the secret or they know the location of the secret or they've created the secret. There's a lot of rumour going around what this Dr. Pedro and Dr. Orlov has done to acquire such attention on themselves. Jean did speak to his good friend Pavan over in Dubai to just essentially get confirmation on this bit of knowledge to do with this biomechanical stuff. There is rumour that it has come from space, but that's a lot of space industries that have been talked to, so it's figure. He also, just as a reminder, Jean, would like you to bring back some jelly bean coffee. Yeah,
I've got it.
Good lad.
Jelly bean coffee.
And the last thing to recap on is you met Chase of the Magnificent Seven.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
And
we did meet him.
Can you say 7? I think it's 5 now.
Yeah, we
Definitely
bumped
5.
into him by accident.
there is they are down to 5, and you are aware that Chase is made up of many Chases that don't look like your Chase. They've just got quite a lot of similarities, and as proven when Chase picked up the weapons, they have the same biotag. So you ended the session by walking away and dropping a building on a couple of corpses, and one very quickly became a corpse because the nerd, aka Sparks, couldn't help himself around buttons, and he seems to have frozen in a very weird face, so we'll take that as his smiley face. And they blew up the building.
It's gravy time.
It's gravy time. Thank you, Dwarf Warrior. Yeah, so they blew up a building and Sparks went blind. 3, 2, 1. Oh, his little cat's back. 3, 2, 1, you're in.
My internet dropped
Cool.
out. I was tethered off the
I
phone.
lean over and smack Sparks on the floor.
You did indeed. Again.
Oh no, I'm doing it once. You paused me mid-smack.
We'll agree on that button anyway. Cause
He'd only managed to raise the hand. He hadn't quite dropped it yet.
So roll your attack with advantage. Because he's prone and blind.
18.
18.
Dead.
You hit Sparks and you do your strength plus 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage.
So, right, you take a point of damage, Sparks, as you get this. You know, it's accurate, but it's just not very powerful.
Alright. No worries. I'm just trying to get the camera back going.
Dick.
Ah! Because I can't see anything. My eyes are like melted. There we go.
Yeah, you're back.
Yay, he's returned.
You can see a flash burn across.
While I'm rolling around on the floor, what I am going to do is... my whole PC's exploded around me. There we go. I'm going to fumble around on my back and grab my newly constructed... I need to give it a cool name at some point. We'll go GF droid for now. and I'm going to unfold it and throw it. And this little giant disc-like flying
little
prop.
giant disc.
And I'm going to use my ability to use it to see through. I can't see currently, but I can link my UI, my visuals, my integrated robot eyes through the lens on the robot. So this little.
Do you go deaf as well while doing this?
Yeah, I hear and see through the droid.
Okay. As you connect to the
It's going to be
droid,
weird as hell to try and walk around in third person for a while.
You
we'll give
are
it a try.
struggling to concentrate on the droid. You've just made it. It's your first time using it. You were aware that you could do that. This is the first time you switched it on, whilst your eyeballs are trying not to melt. So any checks you do at the minute will be at disadvantage, mate. As we try and concentrate on using it.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a learning curve to be able to play in third person.
Oh yeah, whilst your eyes are on fire. So yeah, it kicks in. You can see it flying around. You see the ocular lens. You see sort of Jean and Chase and Jake and Alex, and you're sort of.
I see Jean punching me in the head from a third person perspective.
He's kind of shaking his hand off.
Yeah. You're in, guys. You can see a little flying droid that's massive.
Oh, what the hell happened?
Here's blue.
You
You
pushed
pressed the button.
I did press the button, yes.
I mean, I didn't think I knew it'd blow up. I didn't think it'd blow up that much.
I'll head back towards the explosion and see whether or not I can offer medical assistance to anyone that's caught in the blast.
Give me a medicine check.
Is there anything alive left in the
A
box?
medical assistant of me getting caught in the blast.
They're dead.
One.
Gene.
And that one?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
so the 5 people that weren't immediately killed in the blast, for whatever reason, don't make it through your help. Now, you aren't sure whether you fucked it up or if they would have died anyway.
I've taken
You-
That's,
It's okay,
that will
we
take you
appreciate
half an hour, so that takes you on half an hour to do all that.
Cool.
6
Can
minutes
I
with each person.
Can I save my extensive sword knowledge? I don't know anything about Chase's sword.
Chase, do you let him examine the sword?
I will give it back. I don't want it. Doesn't work for my fighting style.
Yes. Do you think it's wise doing it here? Shouldn't we do it somewhere a bit more?
I'm not disassembling it. I'm just looking at it more or less.
Fair. But still, would you rather do this somewhere a bit more discreet instead of just where massive explosions just happened?
We can do it as we want. Well, we're waiting for him anyway, and I feel like are you hiding the sword when you carry it?
Nope.
So it's visible anyway.
How long do you think we've got before chase number 23 rocks up and is a little bit pissed off?
Not very long, but I do like the fact that Jean has managed to silence any witnesses that are in the area. We should probably leave now on to our first mission.
Oh god.
I'm just gonna...
This unit finds it very responsible that at least someone acts in such a manner.
I didn't mean to blow. I meant to blow up the shop, not blow up half the goddamn street. Ugh.
And let this be a lesson to you, unit, as you now understand the explosive capabilities of the one known previously as Chase, but not our Chase.
Yeah, don't push the button.
More people start appearing from around
Let's get the
corners
hell
and
out.
such.
Do we need to go find this
moving
gang
on.
member? Let's get to the other side of town at least.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's go.
still
do
stopping by
job.
the black market. It's on the way.
No. No more distractions.
Let's just go deal with this gang member and let's make ourselves useful and scarce.
Are you black marketing or not?
Yes, it's on the way. This time.
Is it actually on the way? I thought it was half an hour out of the way.
No, this was the half an hour.
We're
out
half
of the
an
way.
hour out of the way.
You're an hour out of the way because you went half an hour, then half an hour back.
That was the workshop. The black market I think was about 5 or 10 minutes
So,
out of the
yeah,
way at
your
most.
your black market is if you went in a straight line, off the straight line, but it's only going to add 10-15 minutes to your walk down.
We've already
And then whatever
wasted
time
an
you
hour.
span there. You've wasted 2 hours by the time you get back because it took Sparks an hour to do that, and you've just spent half an hour medically healing people. So you've currently added 2.5 hours to when you set off this morning, and you haven't yet gone back past the pub that you.
Right, let's go.
Jean's,
Somehow I feel that we are
If we're
slightly
going-
the worst at playing cyberpunks.
I am gonna say if we're going to District 3 right after that, we might need better equipment because we don't know what's waiting for us there.
John's seeming very kind of reserved, and he's just kind of following people around at this point.
So black market, maybe get some upgrades. Feel like we need them.
You can attend the black market should you wish. You have precisely 10 minutes to do any purchases, and then we will leave.
I am fine with that. I don't think purchasing takes as long as making a drone.
Why? What are you wanting?
Oh, the nice toys. We also have a lot of equipment to sell that we just picked off of those guys when we knocked them out. So I don't want to lunge that around.
Wouldn't it be good to keep that so we can use it ourselves?
Some of it,
can't
yes,
use
but it's also adding weight, and weapons are biolock. Biolock?
We better get rid of them. Just get rid of it all.
There's also evidence if someone tries to look for if I could kill them for any reason.
So black market.
Yep.
Cool.
There you go.
You walk back the way you came. Jean is a bit more somber and doesn't make any phone calls, which is strange for you.
Can I make a phone call instead on the way?
You can on the way. So again, it takes you about 25 minutes, half an hour, maybe a bit longer as you see Sparks trying to master the art of walking while using a robot for his eyes and
I'll
ears.
bounce off a good 3 lampposts on the way.
Yeah. He breaks the drone and needs to stop to make another one. You get past the pub, the Sons of Chaos pub, and now you are heading towards your original destination. After it's now middle of the day, right? So you walk for about 25 minutes. Jake, you've had that amount of time to make your call. Who are you calling?
An old gang friend to get some more info, because street informant.
Okay.
I honestly, I shit you not, I swear to God, I thought he was going to say bison.
That's just what Sawdust said in the chat.
Oh, my chair reef. Oh wait, no, I'm on the wrong tab. Never mind.
So
I mean, yeah, let's do it. How much worse can it get?
Things said seconds before disaster.
Let's not find out, shall we?
No, I'm not calling Bison. Not after you guys pissed them off.
I was
You
building
put him on
out.
hold and then hung up on him.
I didn't mean to.
Anyone got any reason to? We got any reason not to just go and deal with this gang member and at least gain some good karma points in this catastrophic?
So before you answer
balls
that,
up.
before you all get into that discussion, Jake, phone rings, 3 rings. Voice answers. Yo, Jake, how's it going?
Going good, just, you know, it is doing the odd jobs, staying afloat,
What you working on?
spending money.
Spending money, good. What can I do for you?
Heard some weird rumors, wanted to see if you'd heard anything about it.
I'll see what I can do for you.
People are saying some weird stuff's going on over in Sector 3, something about possibly off-world tech.
Crazy, man, crazy. Yeah, there's a word that some of the old aliens have been bringing in the good stuff. Horseshit,
I
if
love
you
them
ask
aliens.
me. Ever seen an alien, Jake? I didn't think so.
To be fair, with some of the people we've seen, or can you be sure?
That's true. He was a funny-looking guy.
Just, yeah, they both were.
So yeah, there's
Anyway.
definitely heat on the wire. There's some biomechanical jizz jars going on in District 3. What else do you need to know? I could keep an ear out if you want more details, but right now I'm keeping my ass out the fire.
Don't put yourself out too much, but if you do hear anything, let me know.
I will indeed. I was about to ask the same number, but you just called me on it. Hey, see you later, Jake. And he hangs up.
See you later. Cool. We didn't get a whole bunch more, but that might pay off later.
And that happens on your walk. So you start heading towards where you are aware of the black market when it was put to you from your lovely Sons of Chaos people.
Little flashy card.
Yes.
Are you wanting to buy stuff or sell stuff there as well, Jay?
Possibly both.
What have we got to sell at the black market? Because I know we've got the 2 assault rifles.
We basically looted everything sellable from those guys, which I made a note of. I don't
I've
actually
got-
know what it is. I just say we're taking all the equipment we can.
We've got this as well, and I'll hold up the credit chip that we pilfered off of Chase. Robot Chase. Bad Chase. Not Chase.
Chase, too.
Anti-Chase. We need to find out how much is on. Is there any... Could I try and find out how much is on this?
You know, just scan it if it's just a credit chip.
Yeah, that's what I'm finding out. Yeah, I'll plug it into something. Boop. Can I, is it just like a USB stick with money on it?
You're still blind and deaf.
Good point. No, I can see through Robot Boy.
You can see and hear through Robot Boy, but you can't talk. So you could. Yeah, we'll let that happen. Any of you can scan it, to be fair. So you use Robot.
But I'll someone else scan this then. I can't really.
Cool. I'll give it I'll scan it, see how much is on it, and
It takes me a good 5 seconds to find your hand in no depth perception whatsoever.
Jean hits you again. Jean, you put the credit chip to your scanners, and it shows you that there's 125,000 100s in there.
is it possible? Is that effectively hard cash?
It's,
Digital currency, isn't it?
so it's essentially
Online almost.
if you found someone's wallet,
Yeah.
that's what you found. So
All
if,
right,
there was, a
okay,
wallet,
so I
if there
can
was a
just-
wallet full of cash, it's no trace on it that you can see. They can be traced, but that's high tech.
Alright, I scan it, transfer 100,000 into my account, and pad it back to Sparks and say there's 25,000 on there.
Sweet.
Shit, they're bad. I would have let you check that, Sparks, but seeing as you are a robot at the minute,
Yeah. I'm seeing the world through like Street Fighter, like side scrolling.
yeah.
Probably the same graphic level as well.
So, chases or chase I. You turn the corner. Your little business card tells you you're at the right place. You just see a rundown shack of a building in front of you. Looks to be some sort of old convenience store, like 7-Eleven type thing. There is a couple of petrol pumps that don't look like they've been used in God knows how long. But there are lights on in the convenience store area, and you can see a couple of folks in there that are standing back against the wall with their hands in jackets, looking very like they have the ability to fire something. It's not even remotely subtle. And then there is someone behind the counter, and they just seem to be going back and then back up and putting stuff on like they're rearranging the counter type thing.
How
I
long
was
have
almost
we-
expecting you to say there's a bison head somewhere on it.
How long has it been since the?
Give me a
The little
perception check,
explosion.
Jake. Since the explosion, about an hour.
Can I try and
Yeah,
use a
perception
water
check.
bottle, dip my head over a table, and kind of pour a water bottle into my face and try and open my eyes?
Yep, as you start pouring the water, it feels like all the grime and thick crap washes out of your eyes. The bit of blood
Hey,
and
did
the
you say-
burn, the wet flesh.
Did
got
you say
no
perception
eyebrows.
check?
I did, Jake, I did. Natural 20. On a gold dice, first roll of the night. Yes! You die. So you... What are you looking for? Bison head?
Just making sure it's not maybe an outpost or something on there.
There's no bison head, but you do notice more people around the area in the streets in the building, stood in a very similar way to the people in the shop. Like their jackets are kind of pulled close, their hands are beneath the jackets. There's still a lot of other people around the place. It's not like it's black market and nobody's there. It's, hide in plain sight type mentality.
Cool. I'm I'm gonna walk up to the two in the shop and kind of hold up the card and say, "Hey guys, I'm just looking for someone. A friend sent me over, looking for something. Bit of trade."
The two guard types.
It's gravy time.
They are, thank you very much, Hunter and Wolf. They two guard types. They look at each other. They have like ski masks on, so they're covering right up to their. You just see their eyes. They're generic. Nothing stands out about them. The chap behind the counter, he's got long purple hair, like really purple, very gutter punk-esque. He's got like studded leather gloves on. He's got a really thin vest. He's covered in neon tattoos that when he turns sort of light, and they do that like shimmer, so they go like rainbow, like red, blue, pink, purple, yellow, and probably other colours of the rainbow that I just made up. And yeah, so he just stares at you, runs his hands through his hair, and just nods towards you, and looks at these four around you.
Looks as in he's kind of nodding at me for them to do something, or just looks to check, make sure they're there.
He just looks. You've come in waving the business thing, and you've just.
So I'm gonna walk up to the counter and just say, "I'm looking to sell and possibly buy some things."
Okay.
I'm going to start your timer now.
10 minutes, is it?
Jake.
Fair enough.
2 seconds.
Hey, if it's Eddie thinking about it, that's not my timer.
I've spelt that wrong, but you will understand.
Where am I?
So, say that bit again, Jake. Sorry.
I said I walk up to the counter and just say, "Hey, I'm looking to sell some things and possibly buy some things."
What are you after? What do you got to sell?
What did we get from those guys? I only wrote down equipment.
2 assault rifles.
Yeah, a couple of assault rifles.
If you don't
Anyone
write it
else
down,
have
you
any-
don't have it. Jesus, shocking, shocking.
2 pistols, 1 sword, 2 assault rifles.
No.
Yeah,
Them
we
weapons
ditched the
we
big
got-
sword.
The weapons we got from Chase we're keeping for now.
Why?
Don't you
So-
already have a pistol? Do you need that many?
We don't need the pistols. Only you can use them. Sell them. If you want to keep the sword, keep the sword.
I'll keep the sword. Yeah, just give the 2 pistols as well. Keep the
You're
sword.
keeping the pistols.
This
No,
this gutter punk's just looking at all of you. It's like, you got things to sell or not?
We were in a bit of a rush. We do have things, so just checking what's definitely for sale. So we got
2
2
heavy
assault
pistols,
rifles,
you got 2 assault
2
rifles.
heavy pistols. We're not selling any grenades, we're keeping those. That's the main of it, I think.
yeah, the 2
Mr.
assault rifles.
PM, am I able to see at this point,
You are
albeit with
indeed.
scarring and no eyebrows?
Yes.
Excellent. I'll fold up Mr. Droid, stick it. Yeah, and I'll try and work out what's going on now. I'm able to see the world.
Anything you got to sell, Sparks?
Not really. Got this credit stick, 25k on it, whatever Sean said it was on it.
Cool, that's it. Then I just put everything on the counter.
Don't mind some specialist ammunition if they've got any.
Oh, we're still on the selling pile, but we'll check. We'll ask. Anything in particular? Okay, EMP ammo, GPS
Yeah.
ammo?
EMP.
So let me see. Are they bio-locked?
I think the 2 assault rifles and the 2 heavy pistols.
everything's bio-locked.
Bio-locked, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit balanced.
Put them on the counter.
Yep.
You he pulls out a pair of sunglasses, puts them on. They've got a bright pink like rim to them and black glass. And as he starts looking at them, he's sort of moving them around, moving the pistols around and the assault rifles. He's not picking them up. He's just sort of moving them about on the table a little bit. And when you see the lens of the glasses, you can just see data flowing. Sparks, this is just binary to you, mate. He's just you can see whatever these glasses do. He's looking into the mechanics of the bio-lock on it.
Okay.
Good time to say if we're adding anything else.
This
selling.
one is no good to me, and he throws one of Chase's heavy pistols back to Chase.
Okay.
The other one I can unlock, and the 2 assault rifles. which is going to cost me a fortune. So if you're selling them, are you wanting them unlocked or are you wanting to sell them?
So,
So.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless anybody wanted an assault rifle, but you're paying for that yourselves.
I'll give you 120 grand for all three.
What's that? 20 something each. I'm good with.
Negotiate, lad. Negotiate.
Holy fuck.
Let me check something. Okay.
Not that that's ever gone wrong for you before.
You know what? You said I'm in a rush. I'm taking it. You gave me a time limit.
Cool. Give me your wrist. And you hand over, and he just pulls up like this. It's just a black rectangle. Scans it over your wrist. Bibip, you are credited 120,000 longs, and you also see another deposit in your account of 25k from Jean.
Okay.
That happened about 10 minutes before, on the time.
Not gonna ask. I'm not gonna complain about money.
Cool. Anything
Right.
else?
Do you have any GPS ammo? Not GPS. EMP ammo.
EMP ammo.
What size you need? What size ammo? Sparks.
Yeah, chambered for long rifle, 4556.
EMP.
Bad. Good time for anyone to think if they need anything else while he's looking for that.
EMP ammo. What,
Yes.
do you want the
Specialist bullets.
do you want an ionized bullet?
No, EMP.
I think that's the same thing.
That isn't. Ionizes radiation. EMP is electromagnetic.
Well, according to my list, an ionized bullet is charged with a small electrical pulse, almost a combination of an EMP and a taser. Ionized
No, it
bullets
is ionized as
explode
EMP.
to deal electrical damage to targets. If you strike them, that is. Very
Cool, then.
effective against combat mechs.
What's the cost of that?
Now you're asking. What size bullet?
556.
5.56. Woo! Woo! It's been a while since I looked at this price. How many you wanting?
How many you got and how much are they?
I've got 30, and it'll cost you 82,500 one longs.
82,000.
Yes.
Yes.
And a
Check if
half.
he's got any. Check if he's got any revolvers, would you?
I'll take 10 for some math.
A
I mean, you
third
say you
of
got
that.
30. Take 10 for 20 grand.
I was looking.
Done.
Tell you what, also, seems a kind soul and seem to be a fair businessman. See those glasses you've got there? I'm guessing that's something to do with biolocking.
Yeah.
$5 grand for $5 grand for some information. How I can start to learn how to do that myself.
Hand over the 5 grand.
I'll check in the 25k credit chip for the ammo and the 5k for the info.
He'll put the 10 5.56mm bullets in front of you, and you can see that there is a very small low electrical charge that just sparks every now and then. Like when you just put jump leads on a battery and you just get that initial spark.
Sure. Yeah,
This is
I
your
don't
3-minute warning.
And your
don't
5
expect you.
I got 2 questions and I'm done with all my shopping.
your
I
5k
spot it.
for the information of how you can start making these. You can't.
Not necessarily making him. How I can go about unlocking bioweapons, or at least
Unlocking
blowing my arms
bioweapons.
off.
Just go pay somebody to do it.
they must have learned how to do it somewhere.
No, I could tell you for another 5k.
Like he just told me for that 5k.
Yes.
Meet me halfway. Give me something that's useful, and I'll give you another 5k for the rest of it.
Give me a persuasion check.
Jesus Christ, John, come and ask this guy questions. Oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's a 6.
Money first, information second.
I'll put a grand on the table, cash as well. It'll be physical cash.
That's nice.
Info on the other 4.
You're not very good at math, are you, Ned?
No. You're not very good at giving information so far.
You gotta pay for it.
I've done.
You pay for some information. If you want more information, it's more money. $5 grand or nothing. It's up to you.
I put another £40 on the table.
Cool. So you want $5 grand to know how you can learn how to unlock, yes? I can teach
What
you.
I reckon. Let me guess.
You guessed correctly.
And how much is that going to set me back? I don't expect you all to learn overnight, just something to work on.
$100 grand I'll teach you.
This is your 1 minute warning.
If we're unlocking
This is
stuff,
my
it's gonna, if we're unlocking stuff and then selling it to you, it saves you the hassle. Shit is going to save you some quid in the long run as well.
100 grand I'll teach you.
50.
No, I'll teach you half what I know. You rolled a 6,
Right.
mate. Balls
I'll
of
bear it in
macca.
mind. I'll have a think about it.
You
I
do
will be
that.
coming back soon, but
Right.
mine.
Jake,
Set Sparks, are you done?
Yep.
Right. Speak to the guy. I'm not going to faff around like he did. I want 20 armor piercing bullets for 10mm, and I want 20 incendiary bullets for 10mm.
This is how you do shopping.
what did you do? Armor piercing. You want 10?
20
You want 20? Cool.
for the 10mm.
$6 grand for the armor piercing.
You know what? Because Alex is in a rush with a 1 minute warning, I want to get over this. And then the 20 incendiary bullets for the 10mm as well. 20 of them.
12 grand. So I'll give you all 40 for 18 grand.
That's fine, just pay up.
Cool. Jake, you have 2 questions.
Right. I hold up my heavy pistol and I say I'm looking for the upgraded version of this. Trading it in.
What are you trading in?
Heavy pistol for the slightly upgraded version has a better range. KHMA. Or if he has a different upgraded one, I'm happy with that. Just see if he has anything better than mine. Not a revolver, because the range is lower.
You're going to want to buy a lock into you?
Nah, I leave it unlocked if you can.
It won't work.
Fair point. Buy a lock then. There's not much. That was an interesting question then. Yeah, buy a lock.
I've got this, and he shows you a what looks to be a KHMA heavy pistol. Give me a insight perception check.
Okay. See if the second golden dice keeps up. It kind of did. That's a perception. Where is that? That's a 19.
Cool. It looks like a KHMA heavy pistol.
Cool. I'll take that, and I leave mine down because I said I am trading it in. Do you have any upgrades for this? And I pointed the helmet module.
No.
Don't have any for that. Cool. That's it for me then. How much was for the trade-in?
Straight swap.
Straight swap. Cool. I'm fine with that. Cheers. And
It's
that's it for
unlocked.
me now. And
Remember, it's unlocked.
so to say it wouldn't work if it was unlocked.
Yes.
How much to lock it?
100 grand.
It's too late to say no deal on the trade-off, isn't it? Is it?
Say it again.
Can I just keep mine then?
You can just give yours.
Cool. I'll just keep mine.
All good.
Pretty good. Might be back for it later, but I'm keeping mine for now.
You done?
Cool. I'm done.
Checking my head as we're leaving the shop.
I can get a. Cool. I'm done. Unless anyone else wants anything, that's to me my shopping done. Oh, 120,000 split 5 ways, 24 each. In credit, not cash.
Cool. Transfer it over.
24 each, you say?
Yeah. That's 7 and 3. Oh, and Jean transferred, was it 25? John.
He did. Chase, as you're checking your money, you also got 25k from Jean about 10 minutes before you entered the shop when you look at the timetable of the deposit.
Look at this, and it's like, look at Jean. What's this?
It was some of the money that we found in the shop.
Right. Fair enough. Right. Let's get on with the job that we're supposed to be doing now, yeah?
That's fine. Oh, one thing. For that job, Sparks, when we get there, can you leave your drone recording because they want video evidence of whatever happens?
Yeah.
We might not want it all recording.
I figured
They
as well
want-
we'd all have. I imagine we all have recording capabilities in our visuals heads ups anyway.
You do now.
It was part of the job. They need to know if he agreed to take this ink off and if he didn't take it off.
Tina wants physical evidence.
Physical evidence. Oh, okay.
Well,
Video
a recording you can FaceTime her if you wish.
Let's worry about that. Let's see how it goes first. Let's worry
Yeah.
about that if it comes to it. I'd rather do this amicably first.
Right. Let's head on over to where he was last known to be seen, roughly.
I miss
The
my
last
eyebrows.
area.
He'll grow back, I think. Maybe. Probably not.
I think you've done a great
Just
job.
sat there just like this, like.
Great job of cosplaying him there, Rob. It's well done on the old day.
Well, they're there.
It's the
They're there. They just don't have my glasses like.
So you head further south towards the border between District 5 and District 3. As you get closer to District 3, you know that this ex-gang member of the Sons of Chaos is living near the border, and you can now start to see there is a high barbed wired fence that runs as far as you can see, essentially east and west, and there is a clearing, a deliberate clearing between where the rubble and ruined District 5 buildings. They've then deliberately cleared a space so no one can just nip from District 5 into District 3. There is a stretch of land between the ruined buildings to District 3, and the immediate thing on the edge of District 3 is a barbed wire fence with a shitload of police guarding it. Yep, they're very noticeably police.
So we don't want to be doing anything illegal around them then.
I get the feeling this is a very different world to District 5.
Yes.
They're just police. And we're cyberpunks. We'll be fine. They're
Wow.
there,
You say
they're there
that.
to stop the trash. They're not there to stop people like us doing business.
I'm on about if we make too much noise and influence.
Exactly.
Would
Well,
we know from
once
local?
We're in there.
Would we know from just local knowledge of San Fran of like how heavy a response would be to say a gunfight or something like that within District 3?
People would be on you in a shot, whether they be corporation, gang, or police.
And we're talking like riot vans, heavily armored, not a bunch of street thugs.
Yeah. You just blew up a building and a load of people were like, oh no, a bomb went off. That's not happening in District 3. If you blow up a building, you're gonna be definitely going down a different side quest, I'll tell you right now.
Alright. What about what's the acceptance of like open carry weaponry?
As long as you're not walking around waving it in people's faces. There are people, like Jean said, there are cyberpunks or mercenaries. The gang members are more suit-based, and it's a bit more, it looks the biz rather than intimidating. It's a behind the smoke and mirrors type mentality. But as you are eyeing the barbed wire fence, your little GPS is beeping away for the streets not far, about 5 minutes west of where you are now, of where the last location of this gang member was.
Let's head that way then.
You never been to District 3, Sparks?
Not recently. Used to work here before life as a cyberpunk, but nothing on our side of the law, should we say. Not been in any trouble at least, or any scuffles.
Ready?
Like,
Definitely want to avoid those once we get past the wall.
yes.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
So,
But if you see any red buttons,
No.
If you see any red buttons, you press them immediately.
And then run away.
anyway, you head west 10 minutes, and you can see a small pub, one level, bottom ground level pub, The street lamps outside are flickering on and off for that dull orange amber colour. There's a couple of drunks outside the place. None of them look gang affiliated. They just look like street rats having a pint. Whatever they're drinking, probably it's not what you want to be drinking. I don't know. Chase will probably drink it. Sparks on a day. But yeah, you notice as well that come to the edge of District 5 before you get to District 3, it's almost worse to look at because everyone's sort of got their own little social clique going on further into District 5. Everyone understands what's going on. People are kind of too far away from the po-po to actually care. But here, it's kind of just, it looks like building after building of rehab. And you can see people just having a drink. They are completely sozzled. This is 1, 2 in the afternoon. Completely sozzled. It's not like they're having a nice drink with their pals. They're ruined. And then there are lights on in the bar. It looks dark. It almost looks like a nighttime scene at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's kind of grey and dark anyway, and gloomy here. But the bar itself looks like it's ready for nighttime. It's not lit up bright. And
Is this the address?
This is the address, the bar, yeah.
Keep an eye out for the guy that we're looking for then.
Did we get a picture of him?
Yes. We know what he looks like.
He is roughly a 6'4" African American chap with a short back and sides hair. He's quite heavy built. He's on his picture. He's got a picture of himself with a pair of cybernetic fighting gloves, and it looks a bit like a prize fight photo. Looks in good shape. He's got the cybernetic fist like gloves on, and a couple of armoured plates on like shoulders over his chest. But it does date a few years ago. But he definitely looked like some sort of prize fighter.
Let's go find Larry then.
Cool. You just walk into the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll head straight in.
You walk in. So whoever walks in, Jean and Jake, I think, went in first.
I'll stick outside, actually.
Right, cool.
I'm
Who's going in the bar? Jean and Chase. And Alex. Cool. So Jean, Chase and Alex, you walk in, you two stick about outside. You, Jake and Sparks, give me perception checks. Chase,
17.
Chase,
They need
Alex
dice.
and Jean, you walk into the bar. 17 and what, Sparks?
5.
Cool. So Jean, Alex, Chase, you walk into the bar. The place absolutely stinks of piss, blood, stale ale. You can't imagine when it was last cleaned.
Sounds like a Friday.
There is a couple of lads and lasses behind the what's left of this bar, just pouring out this browny, brackish liquid into cups, like tin cups, and passing them out. And you can't even see any payment happening. But there are people at the bar receiving these drinks and drinking them. 2 seconds.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I think I managed to mute that.
You did,
You
mate.
did.
You did.
Yeah, this time, yeah.
Oh, boom!
Yeah,
Perfection.
I'm getting better at that.
Jesus. It's them smelling salts, you see. So, people at the
It's
bar
not
are
from the stream.
are getting served, but there seems to be no currency being passed. You see what, towards the far end of the bar on your right hand side, the large chap that is Larry. And he's got a long trench coat on, and he's just got this tin cup in front of him and a bottle that the liquid in it looks like it's out of the sewers, and he just keeps pouring it in, having a drink.
How smashed does he look?
Perception check.
I'll just walk straight up to him. Is he sitting down or
He stood up the bar, he's leaning on the bar. He's 6'4", he's a big guy.
13.
13, cool. Right, so Sparks outside, you don't really notice, so you kind of stay near Jake, you have a look around, there's the street rats everywhere. Jake, you notice that 100 feet from you, mainly because of your link to your magnification, even when you haven't got your helmet fully up. You can see that there is about 6 of the border police, not really border, but district police. They've kind of stopped doing their patrols, and you can see them pointing in the direction of where you guys are. Yep.
I'm gonna relay this on the advanced internal comms, just
Cool.
to be careful.
Chase, he doesn't look. You wouldn't ask him to leave a bar on that level of drunk. You know what I mean? If you were a doorman, you wouldn't ask him to leave. He looks.
Yeah.
He looks like he's had a few, but he doesn't look like he's any trouble at the minute. He looks like he's having a chilled out drink.
This should go easy then.
I'll
John, you
just
walk
walk.
straight up to him.
Yeah,
And
sort of
follow
follow.
Jean as well.
stand next to him, sort of do that whole to the barman, and what's up, Larry?
Yeah, he's just pouring the drink, and he doesn't look at you, but you see his eyes just glance, but he doesn't like turn to look at you, and he pours another drink. I knew this would happen.
Yeah. So they asked us to come and see you.
Yeah, well, 2 months is a good time to be free.
So how do you want to do this? I think you know the options.
I don't want to die, man.
Then we need that part of you that is marked.
He just takes his long trench coat off and lets it fall to the floor. You can see that he's got he's topless, and you can see on his back a huge, similar to a Harley Davidson, and then chaos written above it, and his entire back is a diorama tattoo of the Sons of Chaos, and he keeps drinking.
Wow, that's bigger than what I anticipated. Can you make this painless for him?
And as you can see, it is actual ink, not futuristic. This is old school.
You're the medic. Is there anything you can give him to numb the pain, to make this as painless as possible?
This unit would suggest that the trash that he's already drinking has probably dulled his senses enough.
Never mind. Not there.
Oh yeah, good point.
I'm not sure to the extent of that.
I just kind of look at him and I sort of turn around in a way that deliberately shows my cybernetic attachment on my arm, and I kind of like slip my arm forward so he can, get a gist for what I am.
He sees the arm, and he reels off every bit of mechanical data to do with the arm.
Wow.
That's good. It's good, man. It's good.
I can make it hurt as little as possible, but it's still gonna hurt a lot. Are you sure this is what you want?
Price of freedom. Price of freedom. You still don't know if they're still drinking. There's people now that are sort of like stood, like swaying and drinking. And
Why freedom? Why are you leaving?
Can't work for the chaos anymore.
What happened?
Give me a persuasion check.
Uh, 17.
She was only 12, man. 12. I didn't sign up for that.
Who?
I don't know her name.
I think the best thing is let's not ask questions too much. As hard as it sounds, it'll bring too many memories up. let's just get this done to give the man his freedom.
I kind of look at Chase and go, these are the people we're working for.
Quick, possibly suggestion. This is like 150 years ahead. We have tattoo removal now. Surely it's more advanced then, and it can do it easier.
Do you all have tattoo removal in your backpacks?
Well, no, but we have a medic that can probably make something, or along with a hacker who can do tech.
Well, soon find out, won't we?
Knock him out and get the blowtorch.
Or acid. Either works, I guess.
Was thinking brand it so it just removes all trace of it.
Blowtorch.
You're not
A
there,
few ways
Sparks.
you can do it.
Sparks, Jake, unless you are asked. Be quiet.
But what would be the easiest way to do this, Jean? Do you reckon?
Take it straight off and let my nanites do the work.
What? Cut it off?
It's probably the easiest way. I didn't say it was going to be the least painful way.
I
And I
know.
kind of look at, I look at Larry and just go, was that the job, or was she just a bystander?
She was at the job. She wasn't supposed to be at the job.
So a witness.
He sort of like catches his words in his throat as you say witness. Not anymore. Chase, just as an FYI, your phase shift sword, you know, is beyond Gillette. Like that'll skin most things quite nicely.
I know.
It'll bastard it, but it'll do the job.
Yeah.
I look over at him and go, I'm guessing you don't want me to knock you out.
Never been knocked out yet.
The pain might.
Pain don't hurt.
I'll look at Chase and just say, you do it, and I'll make sure he survives.
Yep. Let's go somewhere that's not here to do it.
I look at Larry and just go, your call. Where do you want to do this?
I got a place not far.
Okay. Right. Let's go get this done. And then let's get you back to your drink.
He grabs the bottle. Yeah.
I was literally.
He grabs the bottle. He just nods to the lass behind the bar. She nods back in a bit of a, are you alright? And he just nods again. And you can see he's still in pretty good shape, but you can definitely tell that he's an older version of the prize fighter that you saw on the photo that you were given. But yeah, he's pretty. He's got a bit of a tub on him. Yeah. He just grabs the bottle this way. He just walks on. Jake, Sparks, you see Larry walk out with Alex. I'm assuming Alex comes with him. Chase and Jean. Mm-hmm. Alex just tears the place up.
Or a few grenades, it'll be fun.
Larry looks straight at Sparks and Jake, nods at you both. I assume you're with them, and just keeps walking. And he goes like around sort of back into District 5. And about a building and a half away, there is a old apartment block. And he just walks. I'm assuming you're all just following.
Yeah.
He walks up. He pushes the door aside. It's sort of like on one hinge, and he's on the ground floor, 2 doors down. It's like flat 2 or apartment 2 for the old San Franciscoites. And he just scans his wrist, and the door opens. It's probably the first working lock you've seen for a while around here, especially you, Sparks. And you walk in, and it is the apartment of somebody who is not overly fussed with their surroundings. It's a mess. It doesn't necessarily stink, but it is a mess. It's one room with a bathroom. Whatever these apartments were back in the day were cheap and cheerful, and he's kind of just taking advantage of it. There is a large steel-coloured heavy bag in one corner, and on a like makeshift shelf there are 2 cybernetic fists. Yeah, they're not quite boxing gloves. They still have the like finger shape, and there are dents in the huge metal heavy bag.
When Jake and Sparks were stood outside, Jake, did you say over comms that the police effectively pointed this way?
Yeah, they seem to be paying extra attention at the pub. Not sure why, but that was the pub, not we don't.
Were we followed?
You don't know if it was you or the pub.
Yeah, also that it could have been us.
As we're walking to this building, are we being followed by these cops?
The cops don't come past the fence. They don't come into the.
Right, that's fine.
You just saw them at the fence line. A patrol of them, about 5 or 6. They were now paying attention in your direction, pub or you have no idea.
Yeah.
But they don't like cross the fence and come over. So you're go on.
I would say as we're getting, ask him, where do you want it done?
He just scuffs the bits of food and stuff off the big table in his, well, I suppose where his sleeping area is, and he is as good as any place.
Yeah, I'd imagine battered table would be best. Something you can lie flat. Makes it easier.
He goes over, and near his boxing gloves there is a like hollow image of a young girl with long dark hair, just in a little yellow dress. It's very mucky, and she looks like she's from the streets. It's not like bright yellow summertime. And he takes that hollow photo. He lays down
I'll
on
scan it.
You scan it. All right.
As in, like,
yeah.
I'll use my record the image.
He takes the bottle, downs 3/4 of it, lays on the table, and holds the photo.
Addy, with my extensive knowledge of swords, would this be better than with a face shift or a mono-edged?
Say again?
If we're actually trying to take off enough of his skin, would that be better than with a mono-edged or a face shift?
Give me a history roll.
There's history? Oh yeah, there's history.
Yeah. It's the one you said you had double your proficiency in it to do with swords.
Any knowledge check for swords, I get double proficiency history included, I guess.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so do that.
Cool, so that's a +4. Wait, yeah, there's a +4. 13.
13. You reckon mono would probably give a better edge, a better shape.
Suppose I can magnify to keep an eye on exactly how deep I'm going if I really need to. 80 just went off.
It's alright, don't worry about it. It was deliberate.
I'll go and stand in front of him basically. And is there a chair?
Yeah, there's an armchair, a torn to pieces 2-seater sofa, a table.
No, I'm thinking like a table chair.
There's not a table chair. The table itself's quite low. It's a sitting table.
Okay, fair enough. I'll go. In which case, I'll kneel down in front of the table in front of him. Is he like holding this photo in 2 hands or just in 1 hand?
He's got it in 1 hand and he's gripping the wood of the other.
Where he's gripping the wood, I'll put my hand out, basically palm up my cybernetic one and just say, take my hand.
Give him something to bite down on.
This is the first time he looks up and makes eye contact with you, and his eyes are red raw, tears for days, and he clasps your hand. Ready when you are.
Yeah, give him something to bite down. Don't want to bite his tongue off. Try and make it as painless as possible.
He'll be all right.
Right.
And I grip his hand as strong as I can, which is not very strong.
I'll get the mono edge out, put the helmet out.
So Jake, you're gonna skin him, yeah?
Well, that's what it is, but that doesn't sound right.
Sparks will leave the room.
Sparks is gonna let his drone record. We need the video for the proof.
You can all do that if your heads up.
Can we?
Yeah.
413X will record it and mostly be bewildered by the onset of emotions and feelings that everyone's feeling and wondering why they haven't just got on with it yet.
Because I haven't skinned the person before.
Yeah, I'll wait outside.
That's fine.
Sparks is
Edit.
forming. Go
Edit.
on, Chess.
I was going to say, if Jake is doing it, is there any way that I can assist him to effectively, for him to do it better, so he doesn't effectively, like if he rolls a nat 1 effectively, can he do it with advantage if I help him?
So, what's your dexterity?
Mine
Yeah.
is 14 with a +2.
+2. Roll a d20 and add 2 to it.
19.
Cool. Jake, you can do it with advantage. So with advantage, you're going to do 2 rolls, yeah?
Yep.
One will determine success. One will determine what happens to Larry. So give me your first.
Before we start, who's recording? At least one person needs to.
Alex.
Oh yeah, you already said Alex.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Recording.
So AD, using my my implant, I'm basically going to be monitoring his pulse. If it drops,
Yeah.
I will inject nanites.
Cool.
So you're healing as I cut, basically.
Cool.
Well,
So,
I'm going to try not to, but it's like, because I'm conscious that otherwise I'll just be healing the cut you're doing. So, yeah.
So
Did he have more than one room? Or was it just one
a
room?
bathroom.
Sparks, see if you can find any bandages in the other room while we're doing this.
Or towel.
I don't have any bandages,
Well, we tried.
and I don't
Let's
want.
get this-
Any of us got nano packs?
Let's get this over.
So Jake, give me a skinning roll with 2d20, please.
2d20 it is.
Plus your dex, mate.
I think quite a lot of us, like the players, are all quite tattooed as well, so this is pretty close to home for a lot of us.
I was about to say if it's sleight of hand, but that's the same as my dex anyway.
Yeah, we're all pretty.
Was that 2d20 for advantage, or you said I'm rolling 2d20 for 2 different things?
No, you're going to do a second roll in a minute. First roll with advantage.
15.
15. Cool. So
It was almost a 6.
as you cut in, you obviously have to make a bit of an incision so you can start getting a grip and then following it down. There's an immediate, even through your augmented arm, Jean, you can feel Larry's grip. Right? Doesn't surprise you. You've dealt with very athletic people before, and are aware that most of them have good grip. There is a grunt, and you can see him holding the hollow image even tighter. There's a strange noise comes from him that's quite high pitched that you've never heard before. Now give me your second roll, Jake, with advantage and add your dex.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'll do that later.
Is this the accidentally stabbing him in the kidneys roll?
Maybe.
Oh, that was lower. That's a 12.
Cool.
Jesus.
So you're cutting away. You do most of his upper back, and Larry has managed to maintain consciousness. Yep. He has not yet passed out. As you start getting towards the lower back, there's a bit of a tough bit where almost a knot in the flesh of the cut. And as you give it a little jiggle and go through it, you catch something and it starts bleeding a lot. Jean, give me a medicine check.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Hope not.
13.
13. Cool. You are aware that Larry's now bleeding to death.
How long's he got?
Not long. His heart rate is through the roof. He's 200 plus.
Cauterizing the wound might help.
You've got
Might be
this.
able to close.
You've got a big stretch of his back in your hand. There is a red mess in front of you. You're cutting away. It is now pumping, but you haven't got much longer to go. But you're confident that you can finish that part. Jean, this is over to you now.
I'll quick heal him to see what the reaction is.
How many hit points?
6.
Cool. You pump 6 into him, and you can see the redness slowly start to knit a little bit. You are aware that this will probably scar him, but it will heal him. But it won't heal his entire back, and the pumping has slowed, but it's still pumping.
I say, can I put pressure on the part
You
that's
are
pumping?
you are currently helping Jake.
Right.
So it's not a case of you roll and just stand back. You
Yeah.
and Jake are doing the act of
Yeah.
you're
I would say it's like-
rolling it out of the way while Jack cuts. Jake.
Does that effectively stop the bleeding?
It slowed it, but it hasn't stopped it. So whatever
Okay.
Jake did, cut something pretty pumpy.
Okay.
Pumpy. Medical term.
Fine. I'll do a. I'll basically I'll look at the guys. Guys, finish quick. I need to heal him properly.
Maybe we're doing another heal while we're going at it, just make sure he doesn't die. He's still bleeding a lot.
He's on the verge of passing out. His heart rate is absolutely like you've just got dashes now on your reading of how high his heart rate is. He's still conscious though. Jake, you are able to finish. Jake and Chase, you cut that last bit off, and it comes free as you make the cuts down the back. You now have a 6'4" person's back tattoo in your hand.
Step away and
Add
let
that
Sean
to
do
your
what he needs to
inventory.
do.
Yeah, in the backpack with a 50-foot rope.
Yeah, we just as soon as that's done, step away and let Sean do what he needs to do.
Yeah, as soon as they finish, basically, I'll do a basic heal on him, which is my better heal. I can roll a shit roll. Yep, typical. Does another 6 points of healing.
So that takes it to
damage.
12, yeah? Yep, the
Yeah.
pumping slows, and you can see that the nanites are working, but it is a massive wound he's just took. And it will take time for those, but the nanites are in and working. So you can tell.
Now that
Larry
I'm-
does not pass out.
now that I'm
Should we
free,
get some?
I would say to Jean, is it worth putting pressure on that wound now that I'm free to help?
No, let the knights do the work. Get me the bottle.
He's
Get me his bottle.
He's
That's the bottle.
absolutely slumped and drained of everything, but he's still got loosely in his hand the photo, and he's sort of looking towards it. And you can just hear him say over and over again, Jean, never been knocked out, never been knocked out.
I will, if he's doing that, I will confront him, hold him up effectively, like put my palm underneath his to keep so he's holding the photo more so he doesn't drop it, and just prop him up so he doesn't fall over.
Cool.
I'll just lean over and whisper in his ear. Record's still clean, champ, but now you have a chance to put it right. Put it right.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Uh, 19.
19. Cool. You just see a very, very small smirk at the side of his mouth.
Alex, I think you can stop recording now. We got enough.
Alex will stop the recording and then immediately phone the contact that booked us to do the
You
job.
know?
Tina, yeah.
Still good?
Tina answers, oh, hello, Alex.
Good time of day that it is. We've completed the task of speaking to Larry. He chose the option of removing his tattoo. Do you wish the video to be forwarded to you now?
Yes, please.
I'll forward the video onto her.
Cool. Almost instantly, and you see her face. Oh. Oh. Ooh. I think I'll take death. Whoa.
Understood. Should it ever come to you and there be a request to go and see you about your tattoo removal, I'll follow through on your request.
Probably won't be. It'll be me hiring. Have a nice day, Alex. And she hangs up.
Okay. I'm gonna. We need to get rid of the piece of skin, probably.
There is money sent to Sparks.
Fair enough.
To me.
Yes, you received it 5 grand, was it?
100 total.
Ah, yeah, 5 was the salute job, yeah.
5 was go and hustle some people and get the money out of them.
I'm keeping a job log now.
I'll poke my head back in the room and how we looking?
You see a sight. Like he might be healing, but Jake and Chase are covered in it. Jean's covered in it. There's bits on the floor.
Jeez.
Give me a fortitude save. Why not? You walk back in the room, kid.
Ooh, that's the best roll all night. Thank Christ for that. Fortitude save.
You need a 15.
20.
Yeah, you're fine.
20 none that.
You gip, but you don't chunder.
I'm gonna excuse myself to the bathroom and go clean up a bit.
Go.
Take the skin with you and burn it.
Someone give me fire. I don't have any on me.
Oh. Nanite kits, if that's something good to anyone.
Jean,
I don't have anything.
Jean and Chase, you now see that Larry is sleeping.
We've had the funds wired through. Just got the payment from the Sons of Chaos.
Excellent. Once these other units have hosed down all the blood from them, we may proceed on to division section 3 then.
Cool.
Do you still send any money around?
While these guys are hosing off, you say we got 100 grand for this?
Yep.
I'll wire everyone 20 grand.
Cheers.
Just while they're cleaning up, I'll do the whole distribution of funds.
I will
Does
carry on.
anybody have a lighter or anything else that does fire?
I'll hold out a flare.
And a frag grenade.
What are you
We'd
doing?
get rid of the evidence. I'm guessing we want to get rid of the skin. I don't think he's going to want it. And I don't think we should be carrying it.
Let him
Probably.
decide what he wants to do with it. Actually, no.
Fair enough.
No. Actually, no. We should take it with or get rid of it. You're right.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to want to see his own back.
Let's not do this. Just take it.
That's not what I'm worried about. I'm more worried about he finds someone else like me and tries to get it reattached.
I don't think he's going to do that.
Let's get rid of it.
Let's destroy it. Maybe not
Yeah.
here.
And then let's go.
Yeah, we'll burn it at some point. We don't want to burn it anywhere. If someone finds the tattoo, they're going to recognize where it's from. So just burn it at some point.
So you're
Make
taking
sure
it with
that
Can we burn it now? Is there anything to use here?
I will allow the 5 cyberpunks to
start a
make
fire. Right?
Hey, we're going to burn it in some
We are
safely.
on par with primitive man. Yes.
Burn it in a way that doesn't set the whole building on fire.
I'll just put it in the bathtub and set it on fire.
That's one way to do it. Do that.
So
I'll get what's left of his liquor bottle, pour it over the skin, light a match in the bathtub. By the way, light a match.
Oh, that skin. Oh, jeez.
150 years in the future, and we're still using bike matches. Yeah.
Sunset Motel. Yeah, you ignite the skin, and it smells as bad as you believe it to smell. All of you, including Alex, give me a fortitude save.
That's not good.
So,
13.
Jake, Alex,
13 for me, 80.
yep, cool.
18.
18, 13, Sparks,
4.
John, 13,
15.
Chase, right, Chase, you just hit it. So,
Damn it.
Chase and Alex, the two sits, just stand there like, what? I mean, you acknowledge because you are not robots, but you do acknowledge that the thing is a horrific scent. Jake, Sparks, and Jean, it is an horrific scent, and all three of you, regardless of your past chunder, you're not shocked, Jean. You've been in situations and smells and stuff before that some you've managed to.
I was still in the bathroom aiming for
resist.
the blue.
Some you
Try and
haven't.
keep it clean.
While that burns, it'll take a bit of time. Larry is just asleep on the table where you left him,
I'm going to say,
clutching the mono, unless you put him on the sofa.
I'm going to say I'll put him on the sofa, make sure he's comfortable. I'll make sure he's got the photo or the hologram in his hand for when he wakes up.
Leave him on his stomach. The skin organ is gonna be sensitive for a while.
Cool.
Make him comfortable before we leave, effectively.
That is job one complete, kids. Well done. So, before you go any further, it's 9:30, so I'm going to throw out a quick brew break. Go get a cup of tea, and so people can see the lovely people that contribute to our stream. So you're going to see a couple of slideshows of images and pictures of people that have helped out in our magazine, in our stream, Twitch, YouTube, whatever they've done. So go get yourselves a brew, have a little toilet break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, 15 at max. Alright, so we shall see you very shortly.
Stops on carbon.
Skadoosh. So, welcome back, Kiddywinks. We are back. I have to do this for a good friend of mine, so 2 seconds. You should all hear, apparently, the theme tune of my life. There we go.
I'm mute my Twitch stream, don't I?
Are we? I can't see anything on the stream yet.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's playing the advert music. Playing the advert music.
There we go.
I tell thee. It's wonderful. If you don't know this, you're dead to me. Right, so we're back in the room.
hand on heart moment for Rady right there.
This reminds me of the North.
Man's been in my bloody house.
Right out that window.
Yeah. What a guy.
I think
What a
I think
guy.
anything reminds me of the North. You're all North.
I have Frenchie.
So he's had it. He gets it all the time.
You did what? You don't even know me, Rob, and yet you still come up with the same insults.
So you do accept it's an insult. That's good. That's first step of redemption.
I know it's an insult. It's an insult that's still factually incorrect.
What's your address?
You're closer to France than Yorkshire, just saying.
5 Willow Court Brock Road.
Nah,
It's
it's
no
only because you've
longer a
moved.
French name
It's only because
street.
you've moved. So, welcome
Oh,
back.
French name street.
A lot of them are, yeah. Welcome back to our Carbon 2185 run through. It's a game by Dragon Turtle Games, who sponsor the show. And if you go to their website, dragonturtlegames.com, you can buy lots of stuff from their web store that's all very cyberpunk and beautiful, 5e related. And you get 10% off if you use the code WAITE, W-A-I-T-E. It is the middle word in heavyweight gaming. There you go, look at that.
If they're watching, can they tell me how I subscribe to their monthly content? Because I could not figure that out.
They have recently changed their subscription to a standalone site. So I shall get details and I shall pass them out to you.
Fantastic.
But yes. We had just left the party, gang, Cyberpunk Mercs. They had 2 jobs to do. They've done the first one successfully. They have spoken to an ex-gang member and removed his tattoo. That's it. We'll leave that there. Feel free to watch that back and make up your own decisions of what's just happened. They are now on with, I believe, job 2. You are currently in.
So can we also just clarify we did leave him alive? So I think
Not,
that's in.
we've managed to play for a good hour and a half without any unmitigated murder. That's pretty good for our standards so far.
True, we've not killed anyone in a while.
Apart from
That's
the young
we've
lad
got
that
some-
walked past.
We blew up a street full of people, so we've got to kind of balance the scales over the next.
So
That was last session.
you're in Larry Holmes's house, apartment, living area. He's passed out on the. He's asleep, not passed out. He's asleep on the sofa, comfortable. The nanites are doing their job as Jean allowed them to do. And you are planning to head into District 3. Before you, as you leave the building, and you come to the edge of where the buildings finish, and then that completely devastated stretch of about 100 foot between the last building in District 5 to the barbed wire fence and the Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol, that's a bit close to getting sued. For any parents out there. You see across the way, you can see the police, and there are blocks, essentially, concrete blocks, with a couple of police in them that have doors on your side in District 5, and they're situated every 100, 120 feet or so that just stretch along the fencing that goes. They would be the way to cross the fence. The rest of it is just a high, about 15 foot high netting fence, you know, the mesh with the razor wire on top. Now it's 2185. That razor wire is alive.
I was going to say, before we even go close, how much of the clothes of like me, Jean, and Jake are covered in blood?
We cleaned up.
You cleaned up. All three of you. Give me a
Hygiene check.
hygiene check. Yeah. Give me a deception check. All three of you.
Deception? Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
Going on the grounds that you're trying to not look like you just ripped a guy's back off.
26.
26.
I can't find that.
The grandma
There you
always said never believe a doctor.
Unholy 20.
Wasn't even unholy either. Wasn't even a nat 20 either.
Jesus, John's
18.
definitely the people person. Yeah, all three of you do enough that any that is spotted probably just looks like day-to-day blood markings rather than a unique incident.
It's your regular day-to-day murder.
You're in District 5 and Cyberpunks, so if you ain't got blood on you, you're probably on a break.
That's one way to do it.
I'll, confident as you like, I'll just head straight to the way through to District 3.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Follow
Go
up.
on, Cross.
No kind of hesitation or pause or.
Yep. You head towards the nearest gate block in the fence. There are about 12 police around there. There is a mix of mech police, so they're in the thick armoured vests and like hanging Kevlar pads. They've got that humanoid shape, but you can see in the gaps of the armour the mechanical joints and the fingers. And the heads are a rectangular block with a green ocular sensor at the front. And they've all got what looks like a combination of a shotgun and assault rifle. Yep.
Yep.
Becky, they heard you sneeze. That you got to bless you.
Wow, even I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
She said, "Come at me, Dave." Right, so take that as you will. So you can see the Met police, and then you can see with the others that you've got again humanoid shaped, and these ones seem to be a bit more human-esque in the way they move and approach each other, whereas the mechs obviously have that very staggered walk. They're wearing a biker helmet similar to what you've seen Jake wear, but the visor is more V'd, and it is smooth black with silver, and they've got their armour that covers their joints as well, so like the big knee and elbow pads. And they've got assault rifles, pistols. The Mech police have pistols, and you can see a few of them, and they are all just pottering around. As you approach the gate block, one of the mech police walks up to you and just stands. Halt!
I'll just stop.
One of
Afternoon.
the others walks up. One of the humanoid, not robot looking, walks up. Business or pleasure?
Business.
Gang, corporation, or personal?
Gang.
That'll be 10,001 longs.
You're not gonna negotiate with the police, are you?
It's gonna fucking try.
She's thinking about it.
Just over the hood. Just pay the man.
I'll just look at him and just go, oh, price has gone up since I walked the beat.
It's cheaper than personal, and you don't walk the beat anymore, do you?
I'll hand over. So I'll hand over 10,000. Do a transfer.
Have a good day, sir. Let him through. Shouts back to the gate block. The two double doors just disappear into the building itself, and there is just a like office room, bit of a short corridor through out to the other side, and there's about 6 police in there, a couple of mech police and a couple of not mech police. They all have these helmets on rather than faceless popo.
I'll just head through.
Cool.
Just keep walking. I mean, as much as I'm kind of acknowledging people exist, I'm not kind of overly lingering my eye contact on them deliberately.
Yeah, cool.
Just walking through.
So as you are now into District 3, that is 2 districts above the hellhole that you've just been in. This is a very different clash of personalities and street life that you have been spending your last 6 months, maybe nearly 7 months in. District 3 is... it's where the money starts to show. So District 5 is your hellhole. District 4 is your industrial hellhole. District 3 is where you start seeing the good shit. It's where the gangs are better dressed. They have casinos and restaurants, and their bars are not dives. They're 2-3 floors of entertainment of any variety that you so wish. If you've got a salary coming in, you probably run around in District 3 blowing that salary. Everywhere you go, there is corporation branding in your face. Houston Dynamics, or Boston Dynamics even. In fact, before I absolutely lie about everything in this book, let me get my piece. My piece.
Are you looking for this book, maybe?
I am looking for that book.
Why
Carbon
have you got
copy
this
85 core
book?
book.
That you can get.
That's why I can't
from,
find
Dragon
it.
Turtle Games.
With some kind of 10% discount code.
So-
what's that code?
WAIT.
Gravy, wasn't it?
The next one's going to be gravy. So, you see plenty of corporation branding. Detroit Industries, the Garcia Group, Houston Dynamics, Shenzhen Solutions. You see the Vizia Robotics. There's Paragon Star, Media Strike Group. There is Nightingale Exploration is a big one. You see these everywhere, to the point where there are essentially VR programs that people are using to banish the misery of home, spending as much money as they can to just experience extreme sensory VR to completely shut out the world. 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week. You have, what you do notice is, as you enter, and it isn't long before crossing past that fence that you start hitting the streets. It is brighter, there is more neon, more music, more smiles on people's faces. People are better dressed. You don't really see hobos rocking around anywhere.
Do we see Mr. Wong's noodle bars?
You do. So
I was
Master
about to
Wong,
say, I want to try the food around here.
Master Wong's noodle bars are like a ridiculous. They're just globally. They make Donald of Mac look like an amateur. So the Master Wong's noodle bars around here though look like noodle bars. They could probably fit 50 people. They have some are ground floor restaurants, some are 2 or 3 floors of restaurants. It's like Taco Bell out of Demolition Man. So the one thing that you do seem to notice is a lot of the advertisement holograms that pop up, they almost look, every time they face one of you, you can see their attire change to a similar dress to yourselves, and then they, what's the word? Speak to you by name. So as you're walking past, you get a holographic image of somebody in medical gear, and they will be like, "Hello, Jean. Do you need to get new medical gear? Then you can go to Detroit Industries." Then you'll get Sparks walking past, and it'll be another holographic image that will shift into a bit more of a tech with the hacking pad on their arm and tools on their side, and you'll be like, "Good afternoon, Sparks. Would you like to buy this? You can go to Dubai Space, where we sell you the best stuff in town." And you just get loads of all these weird and wonderful personalised adverts branding your eyeballs, essentially. But the malls, the cathedrals here, the capitalistic religion, the hollow-drenched vistas designed to drain the money out of visitors. Yes,
Should go hit them all.
you could hit them all.
I'll just kind of say to the guys as we're kind of moseying past the first Master Wong, just like, I've just got to take care of a quick errand. I won't be long. I'll look over at Alex. I promise.
You.
We're getting food then. We're getting sustenance.
So who's going where? What? When? Jean, what are you doing?
I'm trying to head into the. I'm going basically the first Master Wongs we kind of come up to. I'm going to head in.
Cool. You walk in. The restaurant is. It's beautiful. It's very well maintained.
5 minutes we have. Okay, Alex.
It is busy. There are seats. There is a queue. It is very official. When you get in there, you see
The guy we're looking for.
with
Never
a
know, it could be.
minigun.
But we have no idea it's him, so we carry on regardless.
Yeah, so just like we just keep going.
Do we not get a face for him? Just the name.
No, just a
Just a
name.
name. Just a name.
But we know the name very well, so as soon as we hear that name, it's like, that's that guy.
So what you notice in here is the. Give me a perception check. You notice that this Master Wong's restaurant is owned by a gang, or at least a heavy presence of a gang in there.
Oh.
AD, your camera is apparently blurry.
That's just 80. His face
Just
is
me.
blurry.
This is our look. Cheek.
There we go.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Just a 5 AD, Chanley.
Just a 5. Cool. You don't recognise the gang members in there.
Okay.
But there are a lot of suited and booted people in here. And a young lad walks up to you. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi there. I'm just looking to make a quick purchase for some takeout.
You will want counter number 5 just down there. And you can see a
Thank you
long
very much.
row of counters where there are people queuing and getting takeout. You go down there?
Count number 5. Yeah.
You go down there, you queue 30 seconds, maybe less.
I'll look at the menu as I'm queuing.
The menu?
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Jelly bean coffee.
There is a. He's fucking in. Side quest. Boom. Yeah, you get to the front. There is a multiple different flavors of coffee. Jelly bean being one of them. You get to the counter. The young lass. She pushes her bright yellow, not blonde, a bright yellow hair out of the way. Just sort of looks at you with a very perfected, practiced smile. Hello, sir. How can we help? Welcome to Master Wong's.
In Mandarin, I will order a set of chicken fried noodles and the largest box of the kind of like a reasonable sized box of jelly bean coffee.
She says in Mandarin back. You want a box or just a drink? Like,
No, I'd actually like a box if possible to take away so I can make it home.
she just touches her ear, and in Mandarin asks if she's allowed to sell a box. And she goes, yes, we can sell you a box.
Excellent.
So here's your, and she starts sorting your food out. The box you'll have to pick up at the counter, they'll bring it through for you. I put the order through, and she gives you the thing. Pay at the counter. Next.
Okay. Thanks.
You go down to the counter.
I'll
You go
just
back to the
start eating
counter.
my noodles.
Same blocks there.
Yeah.
We have a delivery for. Well, I said delivery. I've got this to sell to yourself.
Ah, thank you.
That'll be 2,001 longs for both.
No problem. And I'll pay over the 2,001 longs.
Cool. You now have a box of jelly bean coffee. That's about a kilo in weight.
Cool. I'll stick that kilogram of coffee in my bag.
Cool. It's a
And,
fine
and
white
I'll-
powder. No.
That's some expensive coffee.
The imagery.
You got a lot of it.
The imagery on the box, the coffee beans do look like what we know as jelly beans in 2020.
Yeah.
Of multiple shadings of real dark browns to really pale browns, and every shade in between.
Cool.
Eddie, well, he's getting food. Is there anywhere around here I can kind of try and basically get a better version of what I'm wearing so we fit in a bit better?
This is your
stream?
30-second warning.
That's all I'm doing, so that shouldn't take too long.
I'll
Basically, a clothes
I'll
shop
just-
that sells leather.
Step out of Mr. Wong's, just eating the noodles.
You step out, Mr. Long, take the noodles. Jake, what were you looking for? Sorry.
Clothes shop. I want to kind of try and fit in a bit better around here while we're
Yeah,
here.
there are clothes shops. It is busy. There are people bumping into you, smiling. There is a lot more police around here. They're walking in twos or threes. You can see the police canine robotic dogs pottering around. It's a lot brighter here. Everything's got some form of neon on the signage. You see a couple of shops. There is one that is called Primani.
Jesus.
Can't get sued by Primani, baby.
You could hear how ashamed he was before he said it.
I made a note and I was like, no one's going there. Ooh.
Since Alex hasn't done a timer again, I'm basically looking for a leather jacket, pair of jeans, boots, like
Motorcycle.
what you call them. I wasn't thinking actually more. I was thinking more worker boots with a steel toe cap because I might need to kick people.
Alright, that is going all out. So yeah, you go in. What you do is you essentially.
Why
walk-
use the sword when you've got boots?
Yeah.
I've got a perfectly serviceable gun. I've got a sword. I'm going to kick you instead.
The flavour.
I don't care what you're swinging. A steel toe cap to the nads is gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah.
So
As
You
we're
walk in.
waiting for him to try on his leather jacket, I'll just look at Alex and eat my noodles. Like, they're so much nicer in District 3.
they are very nice. They are incredibly nice. You are fully aware that they've had flavour enhancements in them to make you better enjoy your meal. Jake, in Primani, as you walk in, and the change rooms are essentially massive data pads that you just basically pick and select, almost like an avatar of yourself. It does a quick scan and you pick and choose what you want to wear, and it projects it onto you, so you can sort of see what it looks like what you're wearing, but it's just a hologram. And you successfully find the outfit you want, and it will cost you 5,000 won longs.
Yeah, that's fine.
And now
I
you
feel
look
like it will
like an
help
extra.
to fit in a bit better in here.
Does he look more like Sons of Chaos or like an extra from Greece?
Column A.
About.
He looks like Sandy. from
Comes out and
Greece.
combs his hair.
Yeah. So yeah, so
I
you
forgot I
are
had gloves on.
you are
Leather
better
cat stick was an interesting choice.
you are better kitted in District 3 clothing.
That's not a
Gotta
bad
put
shout.
on nice clothes.
I think we should all do that.
What, look like extras from Greece?
Yes, it'll be a good cover if we need to live for while we're here. We're doing a very old ancient play.
It's not a bad idea.
It will cost you all $5 each to buy the outfit you wish to blend in.
I shall also, Eddie, I will buy one, and I'll also buy a backpack as well.
I think we already had.
I've got a backpack.
I'm good with what I'm wearing.
You've got a backpack.
Yeah, me.
You've got a backpack.
I haven't, so I'll buy that as well.
Cool, you'll buy a backpack. It gets thrown in with the $5.
Beautiful.
It's part of your outfit, mate.
That's fine.
Yep.
Anyone else fitting in?
The rest of them.
This hulking Chase coming out looking like a skater boy now with his backpack on.
Yes. Cap on backwards.
See you later,
Zipped
boy.
really tight. It's like really high up.
Still look intimidating though.
Yeah, mate, yeah. Bright blue baseball. So, you are now in District 3. You have, it's all before you. What do you plan to do? You need to,
Subtly get some info.
Should probably go stake out the place, see if we can find the guy.
The place.
Well, we had not the workshop. What was it? The factory? No, factory was it? A warehouse? I can't remember. Facility. That's all it said.
I don't think we had a lot.
We've got we've got a facility where he works. We know the company he works for. We don't have a picture. We've got a name. First thing I'm going to suggest is that we check to see whether or not he's got a listed address. I'm finding that is unlikely, but we shouldn't rule it out.
Here's an idea. What about getting like a small either lockup or a container or something we can rent in cash as some sort of base operations if we need to get out of lay low or somewhere. That District 5 there's plenty of abandoned buildings. District 3 not so much.
Yeah.
So you want a hotel room? Or a warehouse?
This unit believes you want to blow up another building.
This unit potentially, maybe one day. Who knows? Never say never. I'm thinking more if stuff goes south, having somewhere off grid or having somewhere where we can maybe lay low without having to go through hotel chains or go through gangs or go through a third
How are you
party.
going to pay for it?
Cash.
We have plenty of cash on us.
It's like a storage lock, like literally a storage lockup or something like that. There must be something around here.
Cyber B&B.
I'm sure there'll be something around here that we can use.
Just bear in mind this is District 3, not District 5, right? So, anywhere you spend money that isn't hard currency is going to leave a trail.
That's why I put hard currency. I was thinking, what do we reckon? We need information, need lay of the land, scoping out the place of work might not be a bad shout.
We should also check news outlets and things like that, see if there's anything going on.
What was the name of the industry again? What was the name of
Nightingale
it?
Exploration.
Nightingale.
Yeah.
Can I run a web search and just see like what their latest news things are? If they've put any announcements out, any big major breakthroughs, or any expansion plans, anything like that?
You can indeed. So, you
Like a full Google LinkedIn equivalent deep dive
You,
on them.
you bring up your tinters and you start looking up Nightingale Exploration. You are not surprised by the amount of brand, just absolutely chaos across your HUD. See the stars to reach the dream. Use Nightingale Explorations. We'll give you the greatest experience above the world. See it from a different angle. All these real obvious in-your-face adverts of sign up with the corporation and we'll take you to space and you will love it. Yep.
Sure. So it's Tesla.
They have little information bits on their websites about them engaging in developing and funding huge exploratory fleets capable of travelling further than any other corporation and pushing the colonies ever outwards. You are aware that there are colonies in space doing mining and stuff.
Do they have a registered headquarters and an address?
No. Right. You are aware.
Unusual?
You could probably dig deeper if you wish to make a roll. You know their origin is India.
Yeah. Can I look up and see if I can find any place of business or trade within San Francisco?
Give me
District
a
3?
computing.
We've already got an address for the facility where
Ah.
Pavlov.
Nat 20.
Not
So that's a
20.
robotics. That's a robotics check of 25.
Computing, mate. Computing.
Oh, I think that'd be the same. Let me double check.
It's still a high number.
Yeah, same. 25. Natural
Cool.
20.
You are aware of 4 major building complexes of Nightingale exploration in District 3, 2 and 1.
Okay, can I have the one specifically to District 3?
Yeah, 2 of the 4.
Yes, please.
Cool.
And while I'm looking at this, I'll to the group on comms just say, I'm thinking if we do a little bit of quiet, covert, just generally asking a few questions, then we can call in at a couple of these places. A couple of people scope out the outside, see what the place looks like, see what we look like they're up to, see if we can get any info of trucks going in or out, what personnel they've got there. Maybe one of us can go and speak to the front desk and just say, you're looking for an old colleague you used to work with, just keep it fairly casual, just see what info we can pull up.
Did we not get the address when he said he's working in a facility in District 3?
We've got an address for the facility we think he was working in. Yeah. Let's see if it marries up with what Sparks has found. Do the addresses match?
Nope.
The facility address we've got is not one of the Nightingale registered buildings.
It is
Do
not.
you think we should check out the facility location first, and if that doesn't pull up anything, go have a look at the 2 registered addresses maybe, just see what they're about. I'm guessing I know the 2 addresses now.
You cannot. You do. One is in the southeast area of District 3. One is in the west area. Yeah.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna look up Pavlov in the local directory and see what I find about him that's online.
Of Pedro.
Yeah. Is it Pedro?
It is
Pedro.
Pedro.
Pedro Orlov.
Orlov.
Oh, Pedro Orlov. Sorry, I'm condensing it to Pavlov.
Great.
Yeah, Pedro Orlov. My bad.
Cool. Give me a computing check. You find nothing at first glance.
Interesting. 12.
12.
Yeah.
You find him in the obituaries of Nightingale exploration, with sadly missed sort of comments, and apparently died in an accident whilst it's a bit gave his life to push exploration further than any other sort of spiel. But apparently there was an accident among the stars, and that's where he would have wanted to die. It's very poetic.
How long ago is it dated?
1 month.
No, that doesn't sound right. I would have known.
Then I'll search for this facility address and see what comes up at that location.
Let me to have a look for you, Sean.
I mean, we can both look.
Cool.
Can I help him out? Can I help him out on that?
The address is not findable using the tinters. But
Do we not
it
get like a
does-
GPS or a
But
location?
it does appear on your GPS.
Okay. So we've got 3 addresses. 2 of them are registered places for Nightingale, the offices. One in the southeast, one in the west. We've been given a 3rd location that doesn't appear to be any landmark, but we can find it on a GPS.
Check it out.
Where is
I
that
reckon-
GPS location?
In the southeast.
How
How
far?
far
is
from the
it-
offices?
That'd be a mile.
That
Probably good
sounds.
transport. It is
If I was a secret, or if I
How
was an
far?
organization,
Sorry, how far is the complex from the Nightingale, or how far are you
from the Nightingale.
from the Nightingale? About a mile.
Now,
How
I
far
don't-
from us?
From you, although you've just come in the north end of District
Yeah.
3, and it's in the southeast, so across District 3. So a couple of hours maybe.
I've got a couple of suggestions. If I was running a massive mega company that was investing in space travel, I would definitely have some off-grid areas close by. If we've got this address that's within a mile of an existing building, screams a little bit coincidental.
How
I think
close
we should-
is it? Sorry, go on. Sorry, man.
And second thing, anyone got any of? I reckon we should hire a vehicle. we're going to be traveling around this city, I don't want to be wasting days and days walking around. If we stick out more in District 3,
Yeah, I
you've
think
got surveillance, cameras, like a car driving around is a lot less inconspicuous than us five.
I'm not too bad with driving, so I can follow
The
you.
streets are a lot busier and roads with vehicles.
I'm pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I'm like, well, okay. I mean, I'm not first. If you guys want to get a car, I'm happy to jump in a car. I'm happy to walk.
Would
How
need something
close?
fairly big.
How close is this address in the southeast to the border with District 2, AD?
The border of District 2, give me a sec.
Or is it opposite side?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So it's more southwest, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. Give me a second. So, how far? So if you bring up the map,
Yeah.
you see the bit that sort of knifes into District 1 in the bottom right hand corner of District 3. So it's got like an elongated bit that goes like into, well, you're not into District 1, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That area is where you're popping up on your maps and your addresses, and District 2 is a couple of hours to the west.
Yeah, so it's the other side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, cool. And is there a launch site in San Fran?
It's there is that you know of, but the others don't. And the launch site is where District 1, District 2, and District 3 meet.
Right.
Yeah, it's near there, but it's very much a District 3 launch site. And it isn't anything big, it's more jets than rockets, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
I'm thinking what we go and check out the site that we haven't got a record of. I'm thinking as well a vehicle if we get in trouble, trying to escape.
SUV might be good.
Yeah, trying to escape from somebody on foot is a lot slower than trying to escape from somebody in a vehicle.
Yeah, but
like
it's also a lot harder to duck into alleyways, etc. and stuff like that in a car, right? And if we start a car chase in District 3, the cops will be on us in seconds.
Start anything in District 3.
I don't think we're going to be starting the
second.
I'm on the receiving end if it starts.
I'm just thinking for every day we're here, we're going to need somewhere to rest overnight. We don't have as many contacts in District 3. We don't have safe houses to drop into.
Yeah, but you can't, I mean, it's also not like, there's just places, if you want to rent a place for a night, it's a hotel room, right? That's what you're talking. If you want to rent an apartment, you've got to, put down a deposit, get a contract. This isn't just walk up to some guy and go, can I stay here for a few nights type of place.
I mean, we could probably...
Could I try and... Do I have the capability to effectively forge a online identity for myself under a different name?
There's no reason you couldn't give it a go, but you wouldn't be able to forge your biomechanics just from using your little computer pad.
No, but if...
So you could quite easily go on, use your skill set to create a dummy... Like if I were to search you, as in online search you.
Are vehicle hiring typically bio-locked? Hire vehicles?
It's optional.
And what would they... Would I know just from previous knowledge, if I went to hire a vehicle that wasn't bio-locked, what would they ask for?
Give me a history check, see if you can remember.
Can I try and help with figuring that out?
No.
Okay.
16.
I tried.
Cool, 16. It's usually 50% of the buy-in price will get you 3 days.
What would they need from me in terms of paperwork, documentation, identity side of it?
Money.
Cool. I mean, what's the rest of you think? Vehicle, no vehicle?
Depends how much it's going to cost us, for one thing.
Vehicles have merit, but like Sean said, if we get into a fight, alleyways are quite useful.
But if we get into a fight, the vehicle loses its edge. I'm thinking more of just if we've got to go around this, traveling up and down the city and things. If we need to move heavy stuff, if we're having to, it's.
Well,
as you are all talking, on the coming up the road, is a huge military SUV, so proper beast. Yeah. On the door, yeah, is a black and gold lollipop icon.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus, not here.
And it just drives up the street. It slows as it comes past you guys. Windows are blacked out, and then carries on driving.
Can I ring our friends at Sons of Chaos? It's time for our weekly phone call portion of the stream.
I'll just go up to Chase and Alex.
Look at
and,
Alex. Alex could have
just
killed
look-
us a fool. Start sneak
Smile
attacking
away.
Alex.
In fact,
So Chase,
I-
Alex,
Yes.
do you guys not have some contacts here?
I like how you assume I didn't. I don't.
Yeah, what isn't the black market in District 5? You don't have contacts here.
Alex, you've
I know
done
if you
one job in District 3, but it was anonymous. But you know of the
I-
restaurant. Hang on, Sparks. But you know of the restaurant where you received the job. So you could interpret that as a contact if you so wish, but it was an anonymous job. Sorry. Chase, you have twice taken bounties from District 3. Yep. Both of them were 16k triad gang members, and they both went to somebody in District 2. But you merely accosted them in District 3, handed them over to the 16k. So the 16k triads hired you to bounty hunt 2 16k triad gangsters that you successfully did, and they shipped them off to District 2. For what? You don't know, you don't care. So
Yep.
the 16k lot do know of you-ish.
If the 16k come up here, what's the chance Sons of Chaos have safe houses around here?
Sons of Chaos definitely have safe houses in District 3. But that's as high as they go.
Maybe we can use those then?
Well, he's on the phone.
I've got a couple of things. Can I first try? Do we have a direct contact for Jack, our handler?
You
The
do.
one that we haven't seen in a day and a half because he was out on business.
You do.
Can I try and ring Jack
You
directly?
haven't seen him today.
Oh yeah, it's this morning from this
Yeah,
morning.
yeah,
Can I
yeah.
try and ring him? I'll try and ring him.
You can try ringing him, yeah. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
It did say he was doing gang stuff as well.
You're on mute, Alex. You're on mute.
Ring, ring, no answer.
There is no answer, Sparks.
Okay. Can I try and ring? Is it Tina?
You
The
can.
lady who works at the
You
bar.
can try and ring Tina. Alex, do you need to say something before I do the ring?
This unit has no contacts in District 3.
Sparks, it rings.
Mhm.
Only a couple of times. Tina picks up. Hey, young'un.
All right. Got a couple of questions if you've got a minute.
I'll do my best. We're trying to clean up we'll call it a mess.
That's fine. I won't keep you too long. You guys.
Give me a
probably
perception
know
check. You can hear noise in the background. Give me a perception check.
Nat 1.
Cool.
I can't help dice rolls, guys.
I'll just
One to one.
I'll just tear this up, shall I?
Pretty sure you were saying, oh, you learn a lot from Nat ones.
Yeah.
I learned a lot, and that's not to write plot. That relies on dice rolls. Yeah, carry on, Sparks. So how can I help you?
District 3.
Right.
The police and security. I'll send her a quick snapshot from the heads up of the black and gold lollipop logo.
That'll be the sweet shop. Stay away from them, I would.
Yeah, that's fair. What do they work as? Are they private? Are they part of the state police or are they private?
They're private mercenary, but they're well paid.
They are. I get that from the gear they're running with. Are they?
It looks like Imperial's SUV.
Are they the controlling force in District 3? Are they the law here?
Mercenaries don't control anything, do they?
They're just the hired guns. Alright, good to know. Also, seeing if we needed a place to lay down, get our heads down and up in District 3, someone's got any
properties? Got any
We do,
places we can
but
catch
not
a
on
nice
this job.
rest? No, nothing for it at the moment.
Not for this job, unfortunately, young'un.
No, that's alright. That's
We
alright.
can't have any of it being tied back to us until we've got what we need.
That's fair. Just last thing.
That's why we hired you.
I get that. Any idea when Jack's back? Got a few bits I want to chase up with him.
He should be back later this evening, if not in the morning.
No worries. If you see him, can you get him to give us a call?
Yeah, will do.
Spot on. Alright, sorry to bother you. Hope your mess gets cleaned up pretty quick.
Me too. See ya. She hangs up.
Take care.
I'll while he's on there, I'll just send a text to Pavan telling him I've got his coffee and asking him whether or not it tastes as bad as it looks.
Yeah, you get back a 2 thumbs up and a winky emoji.
Alright guys, so it's looking like we're on our own on this one. Suns don't have any properties available. And the truck, the SUV that's went past, Sweet Shop Mercenaries, sounds like that could be the boss man's vehicle himself. Apparently they run a lot of the merc work in District 3 and are pretty much the muscle of the town.
No, that's the cops.
Tell that to the God knows how expensive SUV and private mercs driving down.
Yeah, but you know they're no different to us in here, right?
Are you better paid than us?
They just got more money.
And better suits.
Well, I mean, if you want to buy a suit, there's a place down the road.
This unit does not require a change of disguise.
So we potentially might have to deal with the sweet shop in District 3 as well.
I think we're always going to be dealing with them. They seem to be pretty established everywhere.
This unit is not surprised that this team needs to require and utilise other people.
I didn't
Do we reckon that not Candy, what's her name? Cherry. Do you reckon Cherry's motives follow Sweet Shop as a whole, or she's a little bit fringe at the moment?
She seemed fringe.
I reckon that SUV slowed down when it saw us and then sped up again afterwards.
That's
So,
what I was
my thoughts.
literally
Do you
about
reckon-
to say.
Do you reckon what she knows the rest of them all know and they're all on the same page?
in respect of what exactly?
This unit believes that probably stood on the side of the road discussing this instead of walking to either the place that we're going to or to get a vehicle is probably not the most efficient use of our time.
Yeah, let's go find out how much the vehicle's going to cost us.
He's got a point.
Eddie,
Yes.
what's the relationship between the 16k triads and the sweet shop? Like, what's the word on the street, effectively?
I'll start walking in the direction of the address we got.
Which one?
Excellent.
The
413X will follow.
Yeah, let's start walking.
Are we getting a vehicle or walking?
Let's check a vehicle if there's one nearby, see what the prices are.
You can look one up as you walk. Chase, give me a history check.
I don't have that as a skill, so
Yeah. You still add your intelligence to it, though, mate.
yeah. I've got a nat 20, but I've got a -1 on intelligence.
Ooh.
Sorry, I've got a nat 20, but a -1 on intelligence. Sorry,
Yeah, so it's a 19.
19. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Even though it's a nat 20, bastard.
Yeah, well, you're the one with the intelligence -1, though. So,
The hat's good roll.
19's still high, though, dude, just so you know.
Yeah.
So, just for you, Niall, as you're new to 5e, 30 is an impossible number. There's no reason to go above 30 as a DM or a player. 25 is really difficult. 20 is difficult, but you guys are shit up. So getting a 19, mate, is pretty high. Right? Just so you know.
Average is 10, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
a reasonable effort's 10.
So the numbers don't go that high in 5e. So you 16k and the sweet shop. You haven't ever heard of the sweet shop, but you have heard, yeah, of someone that the 16k triads used to mock and make fun of, called Jelly Baby. Right? Now you took that as a insulting name, not a handle. But you have rolled a high enough intelligence check to probably join the dots and now realise that Jelly Baby probably is a handle and probably is one of the sweet shop. But originally, the 16k, when you were doing the odd job for them, they absolutely ridiculed him, or her, or them, it, etc.
What, just in name or in person?
Just in name. You never saw the person. You just know that whenever they mentioned Jelly Baby, it was in a mocking way. But you just thought it was name calling rather than an actual code name.
It's probably because they don't like the coffee.
And now that we know the sweet shop and all that crap, yeah.
Then you can safely assume, and quite accurately, that Jelly Baby is one of the sweet shop.
Yeah. As we're walking and through the enhanced HUD, which is a private call effectively to everyone, I've done jobs for the 16K, and they used to take the take the mick out of somebody with the handle of Jelly Baby. So I'm guessing in District 3, the 16K, they're not friendly towards the sweet shop, so potentially they could be an ally, the 16K, if we need them. But I'm not sure how much of an ally they could be. I've only done bounty hunting jobs for them before, but
I'm not sure while we're on a job for the Sons of Chaos doing anything to do with 16K Triad is going to win us any friends or influence people.
They won't really know why we're here. That's kind of the whole point they hired us.
We don't need to tell them why we're here or who we're working for, but it was just a potential in case, you know, the Jelly Babe, the sweet shop starts hassling us. 16K might be a...
Yeah, but you've got to remember that there's still Sons of Chaos people down here in District 3 as well, right? And they want nothing linking it back to them. Equally, I'm not sure I want one of them spotting us hanging around with 16K Triad, because what's that going to say back to Tina and Jack about us?
Yeah, I'm aware.
It'll be more of a last resort.
It's just a thought we've seen the potential sweet shop.
I think we've got a few of the cards between us we can play before it comes to something like that.
Yeah, I thought I'd just mention it just with seeing the sweet shop in District 3 already.
Might be because it's a last resort, but hopefully we won't need it.
So, plan of action, gentlemen. What are we thinking?
Check vehicle.
Coordinates.
As you are walking, you do a search for vehicles for hire. The last time you checked, it was half the price that you would pay to buy one would get you 3 days. So, of the vehicles you may want to hire, you have scooters, motorbikes with a sidecar, a hauler, a coupe or a coupe-esque car, a minivan, SUV, luxury car. You do see while you are searching the old tinters that there are things like military SUVs that you saw the lollipop on. They have tanks that you can buy, but obviously there is a big please don't drive this round the streets bolt on. There's actual mecha suits of light, medium and heavy varieties that you can buy and rent. The renting is all 3 of them note with special circumstances. But
how much for the minivan and how much for an SUV?
Just look at prices and
a minivan.
I don't think we can afford.
A minivan will cost you $500,000 for 3 days. An SUV will cost you $600,000 for 3 days.
Guess they're walking, boys.
Or tram or something else, or an Uber. Sorry, not an Uber. What was it called? The thingy again? What was that? I forgot the word.
Taxi.
Or, I'm just throwing this out here, boys. We could rob one.
Ultra X. That's what I'm talking about.
We're not stealing a car.
You could get an Ultra X, or you could rob it. There's an SUV just drive past. That was big enough to fit you.
Yeah, let's not.
I'm just like, I'll pick up my pace a little bit.
Chase is eyeing up the nearest van. I could totally outwire that.
Yeah, let's just get a cab.
So there is an Ultra X that you could just ring and they'll come and pick you up.
It's probably only going to cost a couple $100 total, if that.
Just walk. What's the big deal? You got your new threads.
Yeah, I don't want to wear them out.
Wear your shoes in.
Yeah.
Let's walk.
You don't want to get in a fight in shoes that you just bought. I mean, that's going to create blisters and all sorts. And
it's $21.85. These shoes are beautiful, made from real tattoo skin. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, this one even has a chaos marking on the side.
It's by the shoelace.
They smell a bit like burnt skin.
let's just walk.
Yeah, fine. Let's just walk.
So
I
as,
mean,
as
like,
you're conversing about renting a taxi or looking up prices, you've done about 20 minutes anyway. So
Cardio.
Yeah,
It's
keep
amazing.
going.
and
Rule number one, right?
you are heading to the complex, not the official site on.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, we're going to the southeast location of the address that we had.
Cool.
And on the
So
way.
I just say to Sparks, I had a bit of a search for, while you were looking up the corporation, I had a bit of a search for Orlov. I couldn't find much about him other than Mr. Obit.
What, he's dead?
Well, apparently. Well, so that corporation is saying, but I'm not sure I'd buy that.
No. Seems convenient.
Yeah. It's also very easy to make someone disappear if you say they were in space.
Yeah, that's fair. Can I have a look and see if I can see if the article's been changed, altered, fabricated?
Give me a
Or where-
give me a computer chat.
Or where did the article originate from? Is it from like a news
So
network or from like an in-house
Jean
thing?
will share the link with you. Now give me a computer as you start looking into the behind the no, not a clue, mate.
I have rolled so badly tonight. It's not even funny.
In fairness, they could have put out a genuine article anyway to say he's dead, even if he's not. So it could have seemed genuine anyway.
There's nothing worse than rolling shit on your core skill as well, right? You're like, fuck.
RNG.
But I think go check out these. What we're trying to achieve from this visit, I reckon, any information we can get about what they're up to, and if we can get an address for this Pedro, the starting point.
Well, yeah, I mean, him or the information, and then go home.
Let's do it.
Cool, I guess we're heading over.
How far of a walk are we expecting? How far away are the GPS coordinates?
So you got about another hour and a half.
While we're walking, I'm just going to look up hotels near the seawall,
There's
like average
loads.
nightly prices.
Would you like a sea view?
Yes.
San
Don't do
Francisco,
hotel, it's too
some breakwater
formal. Just
sea
get
wall.
like a B&B or something. Hotels are easier to trace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
B&B's pay cash. I think that might be the better option.
You're looking at hotels.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, accommodation for rent, short-term basis, so yeah. Hotels,
So
cyber B&Bs, that kind of thing.
you're looking at 601 longs per night per person. They're pretty cheap. And then the standards 800 and the expensive ones are 1400.
I think the 600 one might be the better option for us.
If we even, yeah, but keep it.
I'll
Don't book it yet.
I'll send this information on to people.
Like we
Sorry.
we may not need it yet, so don't book it yet. Keep it in mind.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll kind of go as far as that, to see whether or not the hotel's a busy type where you kind of part book something.
But it says if I book it now, in the next 5 minutes, I get a discount.
And if you refer a friend, you're going to get, £15 off your next booking as well. But,
If you all refer each other, there'll be a glitch and it'll cost you 1,000,001 longs. So you're just looking up hotels and you've got your prices.
yeah, I'll just send information and just see whether or not I can work out whether or not things are busy, basically.
But you want to try and see if the hotels are busy.
Well, when you go through a hotel booking system, basically it'll tell you that we've only got a few rooms left or X times booked in the last. I'm kind of like getting a feel for, should we book one now because it's busy or
Give me an
do I think
intelligence
it'll be
check.
fine?
5. You got loads of time.
Cool.
We'll be fine.
These rammed out hotels definitely going to have space. No problem. And they come and go all the time.
Excellent. I'll pass that information on to everyone. With
Yeah, sure. If you
With
if you say we'll be
confidence.
fine, we believe you.
Yeah, I'm going to be hiring a broom closet at this rate.
So, you walk your way across District 3 to the area on your GPS. Go on, Jake.
As we're walking, I'm just gonna keep an eye for anything kind of sticking out or unusual?
Like
Unusual, probably everything.
Unusual for the area, I don't know.
Us.
Besides that,
You're not that unusual.
not now anyway. When we've changed clothes.
There are people that you will all notice that are carrying weapons of flavour. Some have a sword on their back, their hip. Others have got assault rifles, but they all, from what you see so far, they all look almost Avatar-esque in the sense that they've customised them to look cool and part of their gear, like a new skin on a computer game. You know, they've kind of gone all out, and they're sort of, there's a few people that you see like huddled together, looking at 21st century pistols. And they're showing each other. They're all the same pistol, but they're showing each other that mine's got neon blue, another one's got like camo yellow, stuff like this. One's got googly eyes on it. Give me a perception check, Jake.
Get that one for Jean.
Yeah.
That's a 9.
A 9. Cool.
What's the roll tonight?
You don't spot the plot, so carry on. Bex, you just burn this half a tree that I wrote, along with some skin. So,
as we're walking along, I mean, given what happened with the sweet shop ban, I am keeping my eyes on the road and around us a little bit more, looking for any other signs of that logo, and or anything, you know, any sign of someone following us or keeping their eye on us.
Yeah.
Other than that, just that this guy looks a bit below a level of class than I'd expect to see walking along our streets. Like, look.
I was also going to look around for anyone that was following us.
Yeah,
So-
we've seen the sweet shop van.
one of you can roll at advantage, or 3 of you can all have a roll.
I think Alex should roll at advantage.
I agree.
You know that little black book, Sean? You win it in 2 games now, lad. Oh, Jesus.
He's been our lookout very successfully in other times.
You justify it how you want.
Well, the roll was a 17, and that makes it a 25.
Cool. So
Can you get that half a tree back from Bex before she throws it in the fire?
That's too late. That was off Jake's roll, mate. You can't just go back in time.
That's on fire.
Oh, awesome. Right, okay. So from now on, I feel everyone else is going to be in your black book. Because they're all just going to ask me to make perception checks.
Sparks doesn't look at anyone, talk to anyone, and Alex does all of the looking.
Yeah.
But none of the talking.
So,
realistically, no emotion.
As you look around, you at moments think people are looking at you, but then work quickly out that they're not. They've seen you walk past, and they've just raised their eyes. There's no intent on the way they look at you. You are very, very confident. Nothing seems amiss amongst the crowd, and it is crowded. You're literally. It's not like you can just walk freely down the street. You're sort of having to sometimes shift sideways, then you can walk a bit more square on, and then the 5 of you are sort of like staggering in and out.
I remember there used to be a time in history where we'd go down a high street or something, but it was before 2020, and there were crowds of people.
Yeah, they got killed in the big 19. So wax on. So yeah, nothing seems amiss, mate, and you're very confident of this.
Okay. This unit can report that we are not being followed or perceived in any manner.
That is beautiful.
Good to know.
Cool.
Let's carry on.
However, Sparks does have gum on the bottom of his shoe.
That Alex put there because he's that good. From 40
It's a friendly rivalry.
I've got my little book, How to Disable Synths Remotely. Just reading at night.
Cool. So you're just making your way there. On your way there, you get a few motorbikes come past that are very sleek, slick. People on them are low street racing sort of bikes, and they've got that colour as they go around. So, yeah, jumps off, katana in one hand, demon coming out of the ground, and going along. You see a few more SUVs. You can see that there's more wealth in District 3. Flash cars, promises of holidays so perfect you don't even have to leave the comfort of the bed they'll put you on with a virtual reality sensory overload. These sort of adverts everywhere. You get to where the GPS tells you the complex is, and what you can see before you is a very busy building. There are people coming in and out of it. A variety of smart dressed people, so their gear is very clean and cut. It's not necessarily like three-piece suit smart, but they're just very smartly dressed. The building itself sort of has a triangular-esque structure to it, and then at the point it goes up, so like an upside down Y. Yep.
Okay.
So the Y on the ground, and then the like a tower going up. Whee! Yep. And it is about.
It's past the watershed now.
Yeah, it looks like a massive. It's you got about 20 floors, 21 floors. So on of the upside down Y, the like doorway is
Any
in the
external
Y.
signage?
There is none. There is a sign. It is blank, and it is a perfectly functioning hollow sign that you would expect a multiple of adverts or this is what this is information, but it is blank, but switched on.
As anyone who's going in and out of the building, do they have any like brands on them or like name tags?
Give me a perception check. They probably have. You can see the little name tag badges, but you can't see the names.
Yeah, 14.
14. You see. Oh, I love it. I love it. Where are you? Where are you, little buggers? So you can see that there is the words "to see the stars, to reach the dream." Yep. Above that doorway, and a small nightingale bird. Next to those words is what you see.
What were the words?
The words are "to see the stars, to reach the dream." You know this to be Nightingale's motto. Jean, nobody else. And you see a nightingale bird, like motif, next to the writing. But on the people themselves, they do have name badges. But from where your angle, you can't see they're similar to the business card that Jake got, where anyone that walks close to you, you can't see any information on them.
Yeah.
There is an abundance of people around here. There is a car park directly out front of the building that must hold 50 cars easy.
I'm wondering if shouting, this is over the comms, shouting his name, see if anyone looks up or see if one recognises the name.
The greatest
Five
ninja that ever
Really
lived.
stupid idea.
I think 5 random strangers that look quite clearly not from around these parts shouting a name of someone who's.
Not all of us, just one of us. And rest of 4 of us just disappear.
I think it's way too suspicious.
I love it.
I will. I'm gonna kind of like.
You fucked it now. So
casually-
Chase shouts, Nicholas. No, you don't. You don't. Go on. Sorry, Sean. Go on. I got carried
No, I'm
away.
just saying, I am going to spot someone who I'm going to basically eye up the kind of general people passing by. I am effectively looking for someone I believe falls into the classification of a mid-30-year-old, relatively athletic, about 1.83 meters tall, with light brown American Asian look about him.
You're looking for you.
I'm looking for someone of my same sort of racial and general build type categories in some way, shape, or form. And if I spot someone like that, I'm going to take a few surreptitious photographs of them.
Give me an investigation check.
I think that's a 17. No, it's a 15.
There is a middle-aged there's a middle-aged woman walking out, and she seems to be talking to a couple of friends of hers. and she has a very close resemblance to your features, the way she wears her hair and such.
Okay.
It's the closest match you could find to that.
Cool. Yep, I will take some photos of it.
Cool. Don't look dodgy at all.
I'm not going to get a camera out. I'm kind of thinking
Yeah,
this is going to be done with art.
I guess.
Big SLR, the tripod comes out.
Work it. That's it.
So, what the hell is Alex doing? Alex climbs a lamppost and starts spinning around it. So, what are you all doing?
Got some New Wong Longs at him.
Not that me and Sean have ever done that before. So, what are you all doing?
I'm in a Vegas, baby.
Before we get binned off of Twitch. We've got
I,
Jean, that's going to take you a few minutes to sort of mingle in. What the rest are you doing?
Is there any like coffee shops, any type of restaurants?
Yes, there are plenty of. So there's almost a area, like market area, where there's smaller stalls selling food and trinkets, and again, it's very branded to Nightingale, and anyone that comes past.
We're at the GPS coordinates or the office location?
You are at the GPS coordinates.
Okay.
This is clearly a used place. It's not like it's secretly,
Sure. John, what do you think about the idea of you going and mingling and just generally trying to, I don't know, you're better at people than I am, like just kind of stood around and strike up conversation, ask what they're working on, or ask how the day's, like, try and, I guess, see what people let slip?
Yeah, but that'll work a lot better once I'm inside the building.
Speaking of getting inside, Eddie, can I get a better look at the door? Like when they're getting in, is it just opening automatically, or are they scanning a card?
It's opening automatically.
Is they?
You're using your magnification. You can't see through the glass. As you look at the door, the glass of the wall where the door is looks like a wonderful lit up leaves, plants, water features on the other side. Every time the door opens, you can see inside properly, and it is just an office foyer.
Is there any bars or pubs around here as well?
There are small outdoor, but so it's almost a circular stall, and they have chairs and stuff around it where you could go buy booze and that. So it's not a building bar. It's like an open market area.
Is there people from this building kind of going to local coffee shops and stuff like that?
I think it's worth chatting to him, seeing if we can bluff our way into getting a bit of information.
Can I try bumping into one and sleight of handing their security pass?
Go for it.
That works.
Odds or evens first. Alex, you tell me. Odds or evens?
Evens.
Cool. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Find a frag grenade.
24.
Cool. You managed to lift their security pass.
And it's... What
It's
gender?
blank. It's blank.
It's blank.
Yep.
Completely blank.
Completely blank. Very much like the business card that Jake had for the black market.
Cool. I'll pass it across to Sparks.
Sparks, you've been given a blank identity card.
Can I work out, is this like part of the door system? Is this connected to...
You could easily, I say easily, you can, you've hacked these before in the past.
Sure.
To just bring up the details.
Cool.
They're usually quite easy.
I reckon I've got an ID I can use. I'll need to go and get
Alex, any chance we can get through 4 more of these?
You want me to do 4 more sleight hand checks?
I don't know. Do we want one of us to go in? I'm pretty better off staying outside.
I think the less of us that go in, the better. At least for initial recon.
Can I try and hack this card and find out whose details it brings up?
You can give it a go. Are you doing it in the street?
No, I'll make it less.
Let's go get a coffee.
Conspicuous. Yeah, let's go.
I'm going to go
somewhere
get a
quiet.
coffee, and while I'm waiting in the queue, I'm going to try and swipe another card.
Okay. Odds or evens?
Why break the habit of a lifetime? Evens.
So, would you believe I rolled the same number on both?
I don't know what the number is, but
You don't
I
need to know.
suspect it's very exciting.
Just for me. I'm just getting some of these
Mark
papers
tries
back.
hacking the card and explodes.
22.
Cool.
I'll take-
As
I'll try and yeah, go on.
I'll just
So,
say to Alex, could I just get a cup of tea, please, Alex? I'm just gonna go to the bathroom in the back. I'll be maybe 10 minutes.
wow. It's off for a big shit, apparently.
And there's a timer.
You swipe something. Set the 10 minutes off. You swipe something that is card shape and size, but when you take it, it is a business card rather than a identity card.
Okay.
It is of Nightingale. It gives you the address, so it's Nightingale Exploration. It gives you the address of the actual Nightingale HQ building that Sparks and that found on the internet.
All right. Yeah.
Yep. And
But it's not a security card.
It's not a security card, but it does have contact details for a Dr. Grace ring.
Okay. Fair enough.
Gravy time.
I'm going to try and swipe the security card.
Thank you very much, Uli.
I attempt to go to the. I'll go to the coffee shop with Jean, and I'll do the classic hipster MacBook on the coffee in the shop. Start doing what, and I'll subtly try and scan the card and see whose details crop up.
23 to rob Grace's security card for me.
You quickly nip in. She doesn't have a security card. It's not that you failed to rob it. She doesn't have a security card.
Oh, right. Okay. In which case, I'll order a green tea.
Although it's every now and then you're, yeah. You order a brew.
While leaning over to pick up some sugar or something, I'll try and swipe another one from the security guy that's there.
So, AD, I'm going to try and not get spotted getting into the bathroom.
Give me a stealth check.
15.
15, cool. So you kind of stick to the crowds, follow a few people in, just give the odd nod, and then slip into the bathroom. You believe
I'm
you've
assuming-
not been seen?
Cool, brilliant. And once I'm in there, I'm going to go into a cubicle, unless it's kind of like a private cubicle already, and get to work.
Get to work. All right. Do you need,
Okay then.
Do you need a moment to yourself? Can you not do that on stream? So you continue to do that, Alex. Just so you know, your DCs are getting higher every time you try this.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that was a natural 20.
Cool. What's your total score?
25.
Cool. So you successfully steal another security card.
Cool. I'm going to call it quits there for 2. That's all I wanted.
Cool. So you managed to nick the cards. You're all sat down having a coffee. Jean is not there. Sparks, you're going to have a quick little hack of the card.
Just want to see what information's on it. What do I think they do?
Cool.
That sort of thing.
Chase, Jake, you're probably just keeping an eye out.
I will keep an eye out whilst playing a game on my phone, just as if I'm just drinking a coffee, playing a game,
Okay.
as if nothing's out of the ordinary.
Cool.
413X will stand rigid to attention and keep an eye on the crowd, not really partaking in any coffee.
Cool. Whilst you're all doing that, I'm going to call it there because it is 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, bang on!
So
Okay, that means that did you see the IM I sent you, AD?
I did not.
In my head, we're like trying to break into Google.
Should I stop this clock now, right?
Pause the clock and carry it on when we start.
There you go, it's paused. You got 6 minutes, 12 seconds when we start next time.
Cool. It's not a message I ever thought you'd send me, Nick, but I'll take it.
It's going to be a great way to start the next one.
So
Is Sean becoming a woman?
Jean may or may not be becoming a woman. Jean's going to disguise himself after a big poo. Sparks is going to hack a identity card, security card. Chase is not playing a phone game. Alex is doing a bit of security guarding. And Jake is sharpening his mono edge. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the subscription at the end there, Uli. Thank you very much. Thank you much if you follow. If you watch it on VOD on the Twitch, thank you. If you watch us on YouTube later on, thank you. Thank you for all the support and everybody watching tonight. Thank you to the players for turning up. That's session 6, kids. Session 6. That's 6 weeks. You've been rocking out.
And we're not dead.
And you're not dead. Carbon 2185.
Why are you jinxing it?
They're now in District 3. Join us again next week. Same time, same channel, etc, etc. Thank you very much to all our sponsors. A big shout out to Dragon Turtle Games for creating the game that we're playing and sponsoring the stream. If you want to buy their stuff, go to their website, dragonturtlegames.com. Use the code WAITE, W-A-I-T-E. Yes, and you can buy stuff from their website with a 10% discount. W-A-I-T-E code. Lovely, thank you very much. Right, see you later, guys. We're off. It's 11 o'clock at night. Enjoy yourselves. Stay safe, stay sane. Love you all.
See you next week.
Bye.
Say bye-bye, players. Say bye-bye.
Bye.